What is happening? DemEyesRed here. I'm joined by MrGPN, Mr. GPN. And the first game with Melkor versus. Wait a second, I'll change the team colors though. I want Melkor red and TaToH blue, right? That makes more sense.
Of course.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, Melkor versus TaToH, game number 1, Franks versus Mayans DERAC quarterfinals. Nice one. Melkor with Franks doesn't surprise me at all. TaToH with Mayans neither. But let's ask the arena expert, GPN, what are your thoughts about this matchup?
Well, I'm just taking a look quickly at the draft. It makes sense that Melkor did ban Spain, but TaToH banning Aztecs, when we're talking about Melkor here, of course, is not going to make a difference. So Melkor basically has free picks all the civs you would normally pick anyway. And Franks is definitely one of the top ones. You can also see things like Putin's, that kind of thing from Melkor, but Franks definitely really top civ at the moment. When it comes to VS Mines, of course, Arabia players will pick it. Old school, really strong arena civ, but maybe not so much these days. I think Franks is definitely a really strong, kill option to Mines. I think Franks is definitely going to win this one, just based on civ.
Yeah, I think so as well, especially in the hands of Melkor. We all know what could happen map control wise. For the beginning of the game, to have the better situation, it would also prevent the Mayans potential to spread out with, I don't know, plumes, eagles, you call it. It would be just more difficult, at least in theory, if Melkor does it correctly though. Then again though, we are talking about TaToH, and he is of course known to be a really smart player, against also one of the smartest arena player here, Melkor, that is. It will be interesting to see this matchup.
Well, what I'm thinking here is if I take some reference back to Melkor vs Stefan, I believe, Arena Invitational? I don't remember, but basically Melkor picked all these kinds of civs. He had things like Franks and all that, where he would he was against Mayans with plumes, and he was against Britons with longbowmen, and in both games, he won by basically just massing knights. That is his usual style, because he always opens with going scouts or some form like that to get some map control, which is a strong strategy in general. And that just transitions nicely into making knights, which when they get +2 against units like plumes, they could be quite effective.
It will be nice to see how exactly this will pay off. If this is going to be important. You look like shit, not from today though. What is this message even? Whose records?
That's Dark.
Okay.
He's been sitting with a room open all day.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
With a link to very old homosexual pornography in his room description. Well, it's one way to get yourself banned on Vibly.
Yeah, that's one way to go for certain. All right then.
Anyway, you were saying?
No, I was just babbling some stuff because at this point I'm just on autopilot. But just quickly maybe have a look at those maps here for TaToH on the bottom right hand side. Gold to the side, the secondary, the forward gold, the primary gold, I mean, is really bad in my opinion. Second stone outside is also not too healthy. First stone out inside for Mayans, really important. And the other gold still? Where is this? Where? Oh, the
They're both on the left.
I mean, this doesn't look too good, does it? Just saying.
No, not at all, because those are all three of those golds are scoutable from the outside, and obviously since it's DERAC, we know there's not going to be an extra gold in the back. So he knows literally all the 3 golds that TaToH has just by scouting them in Dark Age. So that's not good. I mean, he's even going to know about one of the stones. So the main stone is the only resource that can be somewhat safe that Melkor can scout in Dark Age.
And for Melkor and his base, gold outside, primary gold to the front as well. Currently struggling with that zebra, but he's doing better than Doubt, for instance. Secondary gold to the back, as well as the stones to the back. Okay, looks better. I like this one more.
Yeah, Melkor's map it's pretty good. It's nice to have a second gold in the back, but the main bit dangerous. But you know how he's going to play. He's going to play for trying to get map control. He's going to be trying to fight the plumes just in the middle of the map, and I think that's probably going to be TaToH's aim as well, because obviously with this map he wants to not be fighting the map. I kind of agree with Stark in your chat saying that TaToH's balls here are just absolutely monstrous with playing with these golds.
Yeah,
that is insane.
Yeah, that's quite insane, isn't it? This is really sick. Especially knowing that Melkor with Franks, that's certainly a game that he wants to win right away. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, especially with those Franks cheaper castle. I'm just saying, man, it's quite easy to deny those resources. Wow, incredible.
What I'm thinking is that Melkor can easily take map control and, as you say, do a forward castle with masses enough knights. So I'm thinking the only way TaToH can really recover this, because I am thinking he's going to go Plumes. Oh, there he is. He sent a villager to stone. He's going to go Plumes. But yeah, I think if he does go Plumes, he's probably going to work and focus on adding things like monks, properly 1TCing it. Just having all those kind of things he could do to start beating the knights. Otherwise, the Plumes are just going to not really work for him.
Yeah, let's see how successful he's going to be with that one. Currently, just happy that we don't see any Trush. I'm happy really about
I
this.
am very glad. This is, I would all F4 if I saw a Trush this game and just never talk to you again if it was. Speaking of which, the well, not speaking of which, the neutral resources on the map.
Yeah.
Looking at the relics, they're pretty equal, maybe a little bit biased towards TaToH. They're kind of spread around evenly, except the one on the right that's kind of in TaToH's grip. And then the extra stone towards the top right, pretty much between them, almost exactly. And same with the golds on the other side. Oh, and then our extra stone. We have 2 extra stones?
Sometimes.
I forgot about that.
Sometimes, I guess. It happens.
Not on the normal arena, but then again, I'm not a clown.
All right.
I need to think of what I'm saying before I say it next time.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just happy that I'm able to get jokes again because I still feel quite awkward and cringe out because Drakon actually made such a great joke. And I was so busy, and I just said, okay.
One. Yeah, I was...
he did make a joke, right? And I just said, okay, right? It was that kind of awkwardness, right?
It just went right over your head. You did not notice that he was making a joke. You probably can't understand the quality of his mic, but it was just absolutely pissing myself when he made that.
I'm so sorry.
It was so cringe. It was just so funny. Unexpected random thing to open a conversation with.
And I just said, okay.
It was a earpiece.
Oh my god, man, I feel so terrible, man.
Oh, that was some next level stuff. I've never quite seen anything like that before, but anyway.
Right.
We should probably get back into the game.
Maybe.
A quick mention of what's going on. We see Melkor going for his usual 28+2, going scouts build order. And we see, of course, just the standard, double bit axe for TaToH.
Yeah. What's so special about this, in our opinion? Getting that one.
That's okay.
Yeah.
27+2 with double bit axe before clicking up a little bit ballsy, but then again, he does have 3 deer, which kind of cements it. He has mines, of course, because, well, the deer and the boar last longer, so
true.
Faster collecting food helps you in the early game. That's actually not a bad build. He's going plumes quite well, I think.
Yeah, looking quite interesting here. TaToH is going to go up. Earlier, obviously, villager difference between the two. Melkor just going to go for the usual strat. That's nothing new to us, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be strong. And it's hard to deal with that one. There's even a chance that this guy is going to go for light calves after this, after he reaches castle age. Wouldn't surprise me. We'll see. We'll see depending on the situation how it's going to develop. Just looking at TaToH's resources once again. 450 stone that he has currently. But there's a lot of villagers on stone. So he's going to have the right amount in time. Maybe. Yeah, probably it's going to be in time. Question then is where to drop this castle. I would love to see it's protecting at least 1 gold. At least in theory. I mean, that would be nice. And yeah, I guess GPN is GG now, so we received a $10 donation from Maya Buttricks. Nice, man. Nice. Thank you, Stark. Really appreciate it.
Lost.
Did I drop? I didn't drop, right?
Connected. User entered your channel.
What happened, man?
User was moved out of your channel.
Dude.
Did TeamSpeak just...
Oh
my god.
The whole TeamSpeak board went down. I'm gonna fix it. Everyone got kicked out and got reconnected. Even Metal is even there. Oh my god, man. What a fail of
User
TeamSpeak.
joined your channel.
Alright, wow, that was insane. I'll just open up the new same password, right? Just a second. I don't want Metal to join us.
Channel created.
Wow. Toxic stuff indeed, man. Is that enough stone for a castle? Yes. And indeed, it's going to go where the gold is. Really happy about it. Also really happy that we've survived this real weird issue with TeamSpeak. But we're done with that one. The scouts of Melkor added in terms of map control. Trying his best. He's probably going to see this castle going to go up.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's where I would have built the castle. As I said, I might have built it in the wall, but maybe you just didn't want to be quite as ballsy with it. Melkor, obviously, I'm surprised he's not getting light cav, because something you can do if you don't want to make knights right away is you could research light cav upgrade when you have 3 or 4 scouts, and that's enough to pick off very small numbers of plumes, and you're still able to get the relics in that time, and then you can mass knights, because you don't need the knights right away. You just need the light cav to hold off the plumes long enough for you to get the relics. Then you can try a bit harder.
Right. Try a bit harder, right? You like that. And
yeah, Dad.
Melkor also going for a wheelbarrow. I'm happy to see this early enough. And the plumes are out now. So, as you said, if Melkor does go for that kind of strat he maybe could go for, he doesn't. For now, just a single scout. Caught in some arrow fire. It's going to be just okay. Trying to understand what Melkor wants to do against it. Because for now, the danger has risen. And with that one, I mean that just the plumed archers are there. And the monks will not be able to get their relics. At least that was the main intention of Melkor for now.
Keep an eye on the stable for any knights that may come out, but honestly, he just needs... If he converts one of the plumes, then honestly, the light cav and one single knight could always clean up the rest. It's interesting he's going for the 3TC instead of the 2, but of course Frank's really nice boom, because free horse collar saves you a lot of wood early on, but also free what's called heavy plow in Castle Age. That's just such a huge upgrade for booming like this.
Right.
So I can see this working, but it does surprise me a little bit. He's not going quite into the aggression we've seen from him before. But there we go. There's a knight. That's kind of what we were expecting to see.
Nice.
Probably just going to see stable VS plumes at this point.
Okay. How do you estimate the chances of Melkor with that one? If he just goes for that?
I think he does have an okay chance of winning. The problem here is that TaToH is not going all into the plumes. So if he does go into knights, he's going to really overinvest there for quite a while. I think as soon as TaToH gets all the relics, he's not going to focus too much on the plumes anymore. He's just going to keep booming imp really fast and then have maybe halb options or kind of things against Melkor here.
Yeah, I have the feeling that we're going to see an engagement very soon, because this siege workshop is producing mangonels. A reason for Melkor to go out. Of course, TaToH can still do something against mangonels by microing. I think that TaToH is one of the people who can actually do really well at pulling off this kind of stunt, but we'll see. Just a matter of time. But there are a lot of plumes now, just with fletching. Not the most dangerous type of unit, you would say, but still the quantity enough. And the mangonel finally coming from the north. I estimate there's going to be some engagement very soon, and the first shot, not successful.
We could always see some mangonel micro. As I said, it's pretty RNG at this point, because you basically just attack ground in a random location, and the other person doesn't know where that random location is. But yeah, the thing is, when you've got really mobile units like knights, then if there's too many knights to engage with the plumes, then you aren't exactly able to micro against the mangonel too well. You're just going to sort of die when you're trying, so he's just going to get pushed all over the map. This 4 Siege Workshop from TaToH, though. It's going to be interesting. He's going to go for Plume Mango, I think.
Yeah, he currently does go for the mangonel. But that one he's going to be able to engage way better in theory, but the knights are of course there as well. Interesting situation. The scout is successful. Good one. The monk is down. Melkor now a bit of a bad trade for him, and still not done with this mangonel. But he's trying to go for the engagement. There we go. The mangonel. Ooh, nice split there. Splits. Also additional splits here. Some heavy micro. Beautiful stuff. Oh, he's dodging him. Oh, that was a good one though. Alright.
He's showing us some serious 2K stuff.
Yeah, but then again, those were some good hits from by the mangonels. But then
I think
the numbers.
He's losing more value than is worth at this point.
He needs to get down all of these mangonels, otherwise it will not be. At least, yeah, it's not too good. The trade, I guess. Melkor did a great job here.
I think we're probably going to see. Oh yeah, already additional stable on the Scorpion. Scorpion is really helpful in this situation. Yeah. Melkor is going to be winning 3 monks to 2. He's sending 1 monk off to the right for no apparent reason. Maybe he just forgot to set his rally point. But he's ahead in the boom by 15 villagers, and of course mine's worse boom than a generic Civ because slightly slower farms at this point. Been a little bit buffed recently, but still a bit slower. He's probably going to imp quite fast though because he did have a nice start, didn't make too many villagers. And he's not making knights, which cost a lot of food and gold. So I think TaToH's probably going to imp fast. Oh, there he is, he's already up.
Exactly.
And I think after that option, maybe he's going to get the strong plume upgrades like Bracer and Chemistry, so the Mangonels are not going to be a huge problem at all. And then he'd always add in things like helps later on. He does have a decent economy, 70 villagers at this point is still pretty good. But, you know, he's, what, 17 behind?
Yeah. For now, yes. But TaToH going for the next stage, wants to play it more aggressively here. But he's about to lose the map control due to the Siege Workshop also being in danger. A lot of Mangonels. Is it good traits that we can talk about? Yeah, I mean, Melkor is going for some good shots. There we go, now lost a couple of Mangonels. The Knights are slightly in danger due to conversions. 2 converted Knights. All in all, a bit messed up, but I think Melkor has everything under control, at least for now. Mangonels, too many Mangonels going down. Don't like it.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one, but the thing is he still has a lot of Knights, and there's no more monks with Faith, so it's not a big problem at the moment. He can still kill the Siege Workshop, recover the middle area, but then he has to somehow push.
Right, it's going to be more difficult.
At this point I would consider how heavily on stone is he. He's not on his main stone. What stone is Melkor on?
Secondary stone to the back of his base, on the left hand side.
Oh, I almost didn't see. Yeah, that's quite a lot on stone. He's going to be able to quite cheaply throw up those Frank castles, get the trebs out. The thing with Franks or any cavalry civ, where you have gone cavalry, is that if you do have a treb war, then you have the best army for running under a castle and killing the trebs, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. So it's quite easy for Franks to win a treb war, especially with extra castles.
Right. Okay, so we'll see if he's going to be able to build up this basis to actually get those castles up. Would be of course ideal, but TaToH has maybe some similar thoughts because he's still on stone. That's of course a sign for another castle. Depending on how well he's going to do on the map, he could maybe put it a bit more forwards. He needs to be careful with those siege units, a bit dangerous, but he has at least Bracer and he's getting chemistry. And it's good, it's good. No plume is hurt, but the Scorpion's now going for a lot of good shots here.
I think you're confused as to who I'm supporting here. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's really nice he managed to get Bracer and Chemistry upgrades that are really important for sniping Knights without the good Pierce armor. But Melkor imped quite quickly despite how many Knights he made, and he's still going to be making Knights. He's going to have a huge, massive Cavalier. And that's going to be a problem for the mines.
I'm just curious, man. Oh my god, man. He goes for Chivalry. Wow.
Why? What is wrong with you, Melkor? What is wrong with you?
I was thinking about this for a second because I remember we talked about this deck a lot, and a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, you told me basically about how much of a draining I know tech this is, and also kind of replaceable by more additional stables to reach a similar effect. But yeah, good luck with that one. Now it's going to be a massive output of Knights/Cavaliers very soon. Wow.
I think the only reason he's getting that is because he has very little room left in his base towards the front end ready to place military buildings, and he has no more map control to place buildings outside.
Right.
That could be really one of the only explanations. Oh. Faster Cavalier and faster Paladin upgrades. He wants to get Paladin really quickly, I think. It's not just Cavalier, but...
Does it also boost not only the output, but also the text?
Stable speed works faster.
Oh, yeah, true. I mean, if it's just stable speed, okay, love it.
That's pretty...
This guy's mad.
That's a really nice clutch move, and he can almost afford Paladin. Like, he can sell 100 stone right now, buy Paladin. I mean, yeah, there we go. Paladin coming in. That is just ridiculous, and the spec overlay doesn't actually account for chivalry.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's nice.
That's crazy.
This is great play.
I mean, let's see if it's going to be successful, because I kind of have the feeling that it's not all in, but it's also quite draining, so to speak, if you would fail with that one. But ideally, of course, with that many numbers, it would not happen. But then some gold units, some gold villagers are getting killed on the left-hand side. which is unfortunate, not the end of the world. Loom is important. Melkor just went out for the gold without Loom. Well, happens. Paladin now kicking in very soon, and with that one also additional cap ram. I like this combination. Blast furnace, yeah, paladins, and of course rams. Okay, let's make it happen.
I think this is just such an insane combination we're about to see coming in, because the Pierce armor they're going to get, the plumes are not going to do anything. We don't see elite plume yet, which is of course quite important for the extra damage to the paladins. But I think this is just going to really get cleared up now. The castle's now down, he's been repairing it forever just to secure the gold and hold off time. Yeah, paladin just about to kick in, I think. Yep, 95%. All these are just going to get cleaned up. The halbs mean nothing when it comes to the paladins.
No.
They're just going to melt, he doesn't have enough of them. As soon as the plumes are down, the trebs are down. It's just going to be the mine spamming the halbs.
No, it's all about the paladins, and you're right, they're just tearing through those halberdiers. Don't care too much about this one. It's insane how high their HP is. I just can spot 2 or 3 paladins with low HP, mid-low HP. Man, this is so fast. This is so fast. It's working really well here. Really unexpected for TaToH. Not that he's going to lose the game just because of this move, but it certainly had a positive impact for Melkor. Map control-wise, now it's a bit more even here. Still the castle is up, that needs to be taken down. For that one, Melkor even plans a bit more of the siege workshops on the floor. That's good, but yeah, more needs to be done, because those barracks, at least producing that many halberdiers, at some point it could become problematic. Plumed archers are out once again. The paladins are there still. Let's see how well he's going to maneuver his units, because currently TaToH is using all of his resources, at least to all of the extent that he's given to, as well as Melkor looking good here. Melkor is successfully pushing TaToH away.
Just talking about the strength of these, the 2 paladins on the left have been cleaning up 10 plumes, and they're both only half dead at this point with 2 plumes left. So it's just the efficiency of having about the same military numbers, but of course paladins being a lot stronger than all the other units.
Yeah, man.
The catrams are also going to help. Catrams will even sponge the help damage, which is actually noticeable.
Wow, this chivalry tech is just successfully working. Look at those numbers, man. You can even keep up with the plumed archers slash also the halberdiers, just with the paladins as well as a couple of cap rams. It's so beautiful. The KD 95 to 55. That looks really, really good. Population better for Melkor. There's going to be a cheap castle from him as well. Wow, this guy knows how to work with the Franks so well on this map. I mean, we've seen Franks shine this year a lot, even during KOTD, for many reasons. But this once again proves why these guys, the Franks, are considered as one of the higher tier civilizations, even on Arena. Beautiful. Or especially on Arena.
But I think these castles are about to go down, clearly, which is pretty bad for the plume combination. There's not too much that can be done behind that, but if you look at the map control, Melkor is on both of the extra golds. His main gold ran out, but he's moving on to the outside second already. So he's really just taking all the golds that are out on the map right now. And TaToH's just able to just take his own, but he's going to actually lose control of that site. So it's going to be pretty risky for him to take any of those golds, you know, his second ones.
Yeah, speaking
so
of which,
I think he's in a bad position.
Yeah, that's for certain. I mean, you were talking about goals. I was just mentioning Melkor was on the left-hand side, actually making use of the map control that he's given. Since we're on DERAC Arena, we have those resources, as I said, in the middle of the map. And he is utilizing it, so that's a lot more income of gold that he has, that he desperately needs, because after some time, still, the halberdiers would, of course, provoke some bad traits for the paladins, but I just saw it. Forging just now for TaToH, those are just quite some vanilla halberdiers. There have been some vanilla halberdiers for a longer period of time. No wonder they were not able to get those paladins down. They just received more defensive upgrades, but yeah, more needs to be done, because the paladins are still super effective at this point.
I'm curious to not see any more military buildings. He's just going to fully go into paladins from Melkor, but he's almost pop capped on mostly a paladin army. He's got 40 at the moment.
It's insane.
Which is just a huge number. That can easily kill all the halbs and all the plumes. Just enough to beat their hard counters is just a really difficult thing to deal with. But yeah, one castle going to go down, and another castle will soon follow on the other side. What are we going to see to really complement the halbs? Nothing at that point, I don't think. I think it's just going to be trying to go full halbs.
Yeah, full halbs.
And maybe get roasted by taxes or something.
I mean, Yeah, it could definitely happen. Now it's quite of a dangerous army though, just with forging, but still it would be a bad trade with that many helps involved. So of course the castles are needed. Joshua was asking why fletching. I think just for the castles in order to take down those halberdiers, because then they would not function as properly. But still, Melkor doesn't care. Actually goes in there. That's actually a bit too ballsy, I would estimate. But he still does it. He doesn't care. He's just going all in. He just says, alright, one-way ticket. I'm going in. No more way back. Wow. That was actually some bad trade all in all, I would say. But the result is that he is now inside of the base. And
it doesn't matter if you only have 5 units left, as long as you know you're in their base and you have no units left, then you win. It's a nice trade. Oh, and look, the gold on the outside, that's getting raided now. TaToH is losing the last of his gold, really.
The gold, you mean to the left-hand side?
Yeah, left, yeah, the bomb hand side. The
is he gonna go there though? Because I guess that I'm a bit behind. I'm at minute 42, 40. Where are you?
I was very slightly ahead of you, but very slightly.
Yeah, alright. There they are. Yeah, this is really bad. No more gold means just trash. And that means G to the G unit. TaToH has called it. Melkor with the first game. Frank's play. Really smooth. In my opinion, that is a game that people must watch when to understand how to work with Franks, especially with some ballsy all-in strats. I mean, that's not all-in, that would be too much to say, but chivalry, that many stables, only paladins towards the end, and a couple of castles. Insane, but super effective. Of course, also given to the fact that TaToH had incredibly bad goals positions, right?
Yeah, but I've never expected chivalry to be used.
Man,
basically
me neither.
400 gold cost to get your Cavalier and Paladin upgrades faster. That's a huge thing. That's actually, that will change the way I play TG Pocket now. That's completely game changing.
Next level. Next level.
Yeah, that's very nice gameplay. I don't think anyone could really top that. But as I said, this happened with Melkor against Stefan, against both Britons and Mayans, where they both went to unique unit, and the Mass Knights tended to pay off.
So currently looking at the achievements here, TaToH with the better timings, but Melkor with an incredible KD here, 210 to 120. Largest army for TaToH, but wasn't as effective. The Halberdiers in the end just were not prepared for it at all. I wonder how it would have been if he had more attack upgrades as well as defensive upgrades early on, but that's just some ideal thought. For now, Melkor with a good first game. Let's go for the second game. And I'm just gonna load it, and then second, try to close the windows of Stark sending me beautiful love messages, and now going for next game, DERAC Arena. Yes, that was quite a nice game. That was just the first game. Yeah, you were saying
the one thing I could only really think Mines could do in that situation would be to, instead of even trying to get relics, instead of trying to take map control, instead of even going plumes, would be to rather suicidally go for a very fast through TC Halbram. That's probably the only thing I could think of, but I wouldn't really say it's huge.
No, it's maybe a thought. Just a question here coming up from the viewers. Of course, currently we are live, and this is the official first day of DemEyesRed Arena Cup. But we're scheduling with players from China and Vietnam. Therefore, we cannot just simply go for a lot of live games. On Sunday, I will do my best to provide you with live grand finals. For now, it's looking okay. Tomorrow's going to be a bit stressful, but this is how life is. But yeah, this is of course official, and this is a record, of course, because at this point, no one bothers being up that late to play a tournament game, I believe, especially from Europe. It's a bit too late. So that being said, I'm ready. GPN, are you ready as well?
Yep.
Then 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, just speeding it up a tiny bit to be at the same time. And then where are you from, DemEyesRed? I'm born and raised in Germany, but I am a Habibi. Half Turkish, half Iranian. And my co-caster is a full-time toxic and also a bit Scottish. And we're both here to go for...
sell carpets.
Any sells carpet, yeah. That's true. That's true. Game number 2, Melkor versus TaToH. Scores 1-0. It's going to be Turks versus Malay. Wonderful.
Let me just
yeah.
fix my Alt G to get them in the right colors.
Yeah, right. Melkor in red and TaToH in blue.
Alright, so I guess I'll introduce in this game.
Right.
We have Melkor over here in the Turks. He is not a Turkler, but obviously he is just generally a good player with the Turks. Turks is an interesting civ pick, but we'll talk about that in a minute. We have TaToH over there in the Malay. Malay being a traditionally very good arena civ. It's right up there, as most people rate it at least top 3 of the arena civs. So Malay is a really good civ to pick for pretty much anyone. Comparing the civs though, we're looking at Turks against Malay. I think Malay can definitely win this, but I know Melkor has some good tricks up his sleeves, not the conventional Janissaries.
Alright, so not the Janissaries you said, so that's not an option?
It is an option, but it's
a
not
viable
what we
one.
usually expect Melkor to go as Turks.
Ah, okay, now I got you. So potentially it's going to be more about, light cav action, right? Would you say this is going to happen?
Well, yeah, but when we're talking about units in the late game, you know what he's going to go for.
Talking about late game, alright.
Just in general, what units he's actually going to go for in terms of army.
Well, yeah, you're right. It would be typical for Melkor to actually pull this one off. But, oh yeah, I just typed in the wrong. I actually wanted to go for co-caster. I typed in caster. My bad. Thank you. But
someone in the chat gets it. Melkor likes CA.
Yeah, Melkor likes CA. Some Sipahi CA. Imagine what they would do. But we're facing Malay, so they're also not too bad, I heard. They have their perks, I heard. I don't know, what would you reckon would TaToH do against the Turks with Malay?
Well, something that Melkor told me a long time ago is that the way you beat Malay is by having the fastest archers. And cavalry archers, of course, with thumb ring are really nice, strong, fast-firing archers. So, of course, that's a really good option to go.
Right.
What TaToH might go as Malay, having seen the previous games he's played on Arena, he does actually trush quite a bit. I think this has potential to be a trush game. Oh, especially looking at that map. Jesus. That's not a great map from TaToH. I mean, I guess the main gold can be sort of safe because it's not quite head-on to base, but second gold outside to the north, second gold against the wall at the bottom, main gold not too far behind that, main stone within sight of the wall at the front. Don't really got a safe stone. I'm thinking possibility of a trush here, but he can go monks if he wanted to. I think he could do monks quite well. He could also boom, and he could be really beating the Turks to any option. Turks without real economy bonus, maybe not the best. You might want to imp quite fast, get Arblast, get monks, that kind of thing. Those kind of Imperial upgrades, which are really strong against things like Janissaries, which you might be expecting. That's kind of what I'm really thinking for TaToH here, from Malay against Turks.
I see. Well, we'll be interested to see what exactly they want to go for. Just we'll be happy if we see no trushes. At the same time, though, I could imagine, just being frank here, from TaToH's point of view, he was one of the people I met in Hamburg and talked about DERAC before I even announced it, and asked him, yeah, what would you prefer to join it, 900 HP or 1800? And he said 900 would be nicer. And then I said, okay, maybe this guy just wants to go for the next stage as soon as possible, click up at a reasonable time, and then drop those towers. Something wouldn't surprise me, and it doesn't even have to do anything, or not necessarily him facing the Turks, but I don't know. I have this feeling.
He's trushing.
Is he trushing?
Looking at his build order right now, definite trush.
Please elaborate.
Because he's putting all villagers on food. He's now at 23 pop. Yeah, now he's clicked up.
There we
he's
go.
Malay, of course, so he has the extra couple of pop for a really fast trush. You could go 23 vills, still up fast. So it's yeah, just by looking around the 19 pop mark, if people keep adding villagers on food above that point for quite a while, they're definitely going to up for a trush. Also, maybe a bit suspicious he added the extra one to wood. Oh, but this is... Is he doing what I think he's doing? No, TaToH, don't do this.
What do you mean?
He's doing the build where it's like you do a 22 pop up, you do like 22 plus 12 FC or something like that.
22 plus 12, okay.
Yeah, it's basically you up and then you get eco upgrades and then you... Oh, that's... Please tell me he's not doing this. Yep, he's doing it. Wow.
He's debating. He's debating. What does Melkor do now? That's the main question. I want to see his reaction. Nah, you do the eco upgrades and then you click up, really?
It's such a bad build to do because it really cripples your economy by like 500 resources as opposed to just actually FCing. It's a really bad build, but if it actually does debate someone, then wow. But it seems to not face Melkor. Melkor, he didn't even get what's it called? Loom.
Right.
And looking at Melkor's base, he actually doesn't have a hoppable corner except the one in the very north.
Yeah, here.
The one to the right is 2 walls, which cannot be hopped.
Right.
So maybe he thought he has a little bit of extra time.
Maybe he feels confident. I mean, for given reasons. But that's strange. Melkor is just not phased at all, as you said. There's legit no sign, or is there? No, it's just some regular stuff. Barracks, it's gonna be stable. That's gonna be
Yep.
blacksmith.
Great scout opening, usual stuff.
Yeah.
Like Gav, really. Just to answer your chat, Wonders, it was the guy on Reddit called NN or whatever his name is. It's like E3Ns, E3Ns or whatever.
There's also
He just suggested it and Melkor tried it out. And then, yeah, in the end we decided this is not worth it. And then I actually did the calculations and you lose so much resources.
so still TaToH does that, and it's just for the sake of the debate. Is that the purpose, or is it just to get the eco upgrades and then to go for the castle age better?
That's the thing. I don't really understand why he's doing it, because I can see the debate, but I don't know why he would be expecting a trush from Melkor, which is the only reason I could think of him doing it.
Bael is also asking, shouldn't Melkor still keep scouting just in case? The scout is just sitting at home. He has been sitting at home. Just now he's moved out. Well, he probably maybe wants to be cautious to stay at home to see, okay, is he coming, is he not? He just wants to be prepared. I don't know. He did that on purpose.
Yes, frequently Melkor does that. He always sits with the scout in his base until he is feudal. He never, he does it all the time.
Okay. These are nice events.
Maybe is TaToH doing a fast imp? Like fast imp monks or something?
To be honest, from this guy we can expect a lot of crazy stuff, but also in a positive way, because yeah, he's just simply someone with certain ideas. But he's clicked up just now. 30 villagers after all. Timing wise, it's not doesn't look like fast at all right now, does it? I don't think so.
It's an extraordinary build that he does not seem to want to have any gold for. So maybe he's just going to... I don't know, TaToH, what the hell are you doing? Tell me. This is unorthodox to the point I don't even know anymore.
Drunken master style. He just wants to be unpredictable. I know, it's going to be interesting. Also, some engagements going to happen very soon in the middle of the map. No, TaToH is now backing off again. Interesting stuff. And yeah, TaToH's going to be up slightly earlier, just a few seconds, and then I'm curious about the next move. So what exactly does he plan?
TaToH can only boom at this point, because obviously he's not on gold. He has the wood to boom. He can build a monastery if he wants, but he's not going to be able to make a single monk. This is a weak boom. But he is going to be up really fast. He has a lot of food economy already with wheelbarrow and with, you know, the decent farms. So I can see him upping really quickly with this, but he's going to be villagers behind where he possibly could be. What is he going to up fast for though with a 3 TC economy? The only thing I can think of is something like ARBs, maybe BBC. I really don't get TaToH here at all.
He has something in mind. Not sure what exactly this is going to be about, but We'll have to wait and see, I reckon, but this is enough time for Melkor to take over the map successfully with the beautiful Turks-like calves. And now it's going to be even tougher for him to spread out. What Melkor will do, probably, most likely, just yeah, go for the monks, take the relics, and enjoy his life.
A really interesting thing I'll point out is that Melkor only made one additional scout. And I'm assuming that's because he actually recognized that TaToH was not going to be putting in any aggression or taking the map control to like have it be enough to stop it. I think that's quite, you know, some really good forward thinking. I also think that Melkor, since he's already been given the relics, will just pick up the 5, have a good time from then on, probably go to Cav Arch. He might even 3TC boom. Yeah, there we go, 3rd TC coming up. Because to 2TC and try and push this when he knows that the Malay player is definitely booming at this point, then I think that would just be quite a bad idea. With the Malay eco being so far ahead, to try and, you know, do slight push and damage yourself. I like this move from Melkor in response. TaToH just, he has me confused. I'm not saying it's bad play, I'm just saying it's confusing.
Yeah, I certainly cannot follow with whatever he's trying to do. But yeah, as I said, there's something in his mind. And I'm still not so sure because his chances against the Turks in the late game, I mean, both can try to build up the pressure, but from Melkor we'll most likely see some HCA stuff. And then I'm asking myself what the Malay can offer. They can, well, I think TaToH will try to go for some interesting moves. Be it some kind of counter, skirmishes will be seen, siege, well, maybe, but this will take some time. And TaToH is in a super defensive stance, super passive. No real appearance on the map. Melkor, of course, saying, alright, I'm gonna go for my late wheelbarrow, I'm just taking the relics. I am having the time of my life here. But I've been asking myself how long TaToH wants to remain in this stance, because in his back, in the back of his base, I mean, he just has the stone. We already mentioned at the beginning that his resources are rather mediocre once again. Now going for a monastery here, interesting. Maybe wants to claim at least one relic, but that's all about it.
Yeah, it does confuse me a little bit, but the thing is, Turks do have really good options against Malay. Malay can't do anything about the heavy cav arch too easily. They do have full upgraded skirmishers, which they could go. But the thing is, the siege ram for the Turks is a really big factor in this. The siege ram could be really destructive. No spam really will be able to deal with the siege ram with any kind of archer unit behind. Yeah. So I think in the late game, Melkor has this. I think TaToH needed to really 3TC boom into something really, really quickly, like very fast orbs, just something he could hit hard with a good power spike before Melkor is able to get in that good position. Melkor in the 3TC though, he's actually still trying to put in a little bit of aggression before he ups as well. He's got the Mangonel there, he's adding an stable, he's adding a couple of knights. If he manages to push his way in, he could definitely do some damage there.
Yeah, seems like it. And with that one, of course, curious about the next moves. The Siege Workshop producing the Mangonel, the stable, even more knights that we're going to see from him. Interesting approach. So not directly going for some kind of calf action, calf arch action. And okay, so that's even more of a stronger way of maintaining the control over here. As long as TaToH doesn't do anything against it, he's now finally going for archer range, just saying. And also his resources are suspiciously high. He's going to go for the next stage very soon. But the pressure is on.
I think Orbs is probably a decent option here. At least that way, if he gets upgrades, you know, like up the brace or that kind of thing, it's quite easy for him to just go skirms against maybe HCA later on.
Right.
It's just that little bit confusing, as I said, what he's up to. But he is up to imp, he's going to imp 25 minutes, which is decently fast. It's still pretty fast. It's going to be, you know, a decent hit back with the Orb power spike. But, you know, Melkor is going to be clicking up sometime in the future. Actually, not anytime soon, but look at it, he's just adding more and more knights. Which is surprising, because that would actually work quite well. Oh, and TaToH adding a watchtower.
Interesting.
What is he planning?
Probably, he doesn't know about the knights, I reckon. Not at all.
I don't think he does. I think he would do if Melkor did have the Oh, now he does know about the
Yeah,
knights
yeah,
there
I
and
just saw it as
he
well.
indicated.
But maybe he didn't know it for a long period of time. He just thought, okay, maybe it's going to be siege and, I don't know, any kind of fragile unit, maybe even monks. So the towers are a good idea, but yeah, now the knights are part of the mix. Something else needs to happen.
Melkor again, bloodlines. He's not going to click up anytime soon because he's just going to invest into the knights.
No,
He did
Castle.
get +1 as well. This is so confusing now that TaToH is imp. He's going to have orbs, but he might just lose them to the knights.
Well, that's an issue. I mean, he does only have +1 on those knights. They are potentially fragile. With bloodlines, of course, better than nothing. Some quick walls by TaToH is going to be successful. Ooh, smart gate there. I love it. And all of a sudden, the knights are blocked. And I think now TaToH is given enough time to go for Arbalest. He can go for chemistry, even as we can see. Currently, he does have Balkan Arrow. Brace will be in the making very soon as well. I guess there's just enough time for him to protect himself, but still, this is dangerous. We're talking also about a couple of mangonels here, so TaToH needs to micro his way through.
Melkor getting fletching is a little bit of an odd one. He's adding more ranges as well. He's not obviously going to add skirms. He's going to try and go into CA, which is really interesting. The CA are of course going to trade really well against the Arbalest even without proper upgrades.
Right.
I don't see him making knights anymore, so he is looking to up very soon. He might even sell some wood just so he could up a bit quicker. But yeah, being in with this many knights is actually pretty devastating. Oh, another more watchtowers.
Yeah.
I'm curious that we don't see guard tower, but I'm also curious as to why we're not going to see. Nope, I don't really know what the tower explanation is, but if he does get guard tower, mangonels are not going to be doing too
Right,
much.
I was going to say, maybe that's the big idea here, just to make sure to have any kind of building to deal with the siege. Knights will be dealt with differently. You said it, no guard tower, no party here. Instead we see the counter siege workshop by TaToH going up in front of his base, or inside of his base. And with that one, yeah, probably just mangonels facing the scorpions, and the mangonels that will be nice, but also difficult because the knights of Melkor are interested in taking down those kind of units. Oh no, taking it back, it's just rams. It's rams by TaToH here. So with that one, interesting. I know, but Melkor is someone who says, alright, you show me, I know, rams. I could even make use of my barracks. Go through with my infantry. I know, I could see this happening. I could see this happening.
Melkor accidentally making 2 skirmishers on his way to getting Thumb Ring, but at least now he does have Thumb Ring. He lost a lot of mangonels, more than the Arbalest are worth, but at least he's going to get the orbs done. He can definitely lose his forward though. I can see bomber cannons helping him out just a little bit when he gets them, but he really wants to focus on the CA sometime soon. Does he have the eco though? Looking at villager count wise, we do see 91 villagers for TaToH and 100 for Melkor, which is, you know, quite a bit of an extra economy. I think he could definitely pull off these strong options, but he needs a bit of time, and with a 31-minute imp, that's kind of maybe not that much time when he's got Arbalest and Rams already on him. I mean, these orbs are almost fully upgraded.
They are indeed looking good for them, but at the same time they're forced to kite. The numbers are not sufficient in my opinion, because the knights are still going to go through regardless. The scorpion's getting a couple of free hits here. It doesn't look too pleasant. Let me show you the HP. No, it's looking fine. It's looking fine because Melkor is not in PLH yet. Bloodlines +2 that he has, and yeah, of course, defender's advantage. TaToH now, of course, doing well with his Arbalests. Maybe he will be able to push back with that.
Well, yeah, because Arbalest, of course, when you've got chemistry and your orbs are doing 10 damage per shot,
Right.
having 4 pierce armor
That
is
hurts.
not that huge. So
That makes sense.
6 damage when you've got 20 arrows, they're doing 6 damage each. That's almost a knight per volley. So wait, no, that is a knight per volley.
And PLH now for Melkor. What does he intend to do? Calf archers. Alright.
Yeah, I can see the cav arch, but I'm not entirely sure what he wants to do to clean up the rams. Does he just want to mass hussar?
Probably just
I can
mass
see Hussar
siege.
working.
I know, just see this one happening. He's probably gonna try to go for mangonels here. That's my guess. Bombard cannons. Okay. Okay.
I don't think he's going to go for mangonels when he is Turks without onagers. That would be a bit
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Highly unfortunate, but he instead wants to go for bombard cannons. Okay.
He's adding in some hussars. That's going to help him, but of course he doesn't have the I don't see him with enough stables to even make that. How many stables does he have left? Just the 2? Yeah. And he's only got 3 ranges, 2 stables, and none of them are really producing.
Man.
45 military to 8, that's just going to be hard to pull this one off. He needs to defend until he can get some stuff up. He's getting Bracer though. Of course with the free chemistry, that's a wait. He doesn't have to wait for the cavalry archers. Ooh, rip BBC.
Rip Bibisinho, and the Arblas are doing some great work here. The Rams cannot be stopped at this point, at least that is how it's looked like. And then the Cav Archers, well, at this point quite obsolete, not doing anything. Bombard Cannons doing most of the work, but there's a hole finally Arblas are going through. Hello, welcome, welcome. Now it's time, but for how long? Because the castle is there, the path is blocked.
What does interest me is what is Melkor going to do with his little gold? He has that second stone in the second gold, but that has less than 1k gold in total in it now. That's kind of a low amount. I don't think he's going to reclaim his main gold in a hurry, so he needs to kind of focus on this one, maybe mass a lot more hussars. But he needs to build more military buildings. He doesn't have much room to add more stables or ranges, so even to make military units without gold and without buildings is going to be a hard mass.
Yeah. Certainly hard to mass completely. Checking out TaToH's resources over here. Well, that's quite convenient. A lot of food, a lot of gold, a lot of extra resources. You could think of adding another type of units if needed. But for now, he does a great job with Rams and Arblas and his own BBCs here to the back. Yeah, it's just gonna happen here.
Yep, Monastery going down, relics out. Big problem for Melkor when he's got this low gold.
Yeah, that's too tough. The monastery is now taken out very soon.
That's a lot of BBC mass though. The orbs are not going to be huge. So he's going to be able to recover those relics. I think he's actually starting to push back out now. I don't see the orb blast working. I don't see TaToH coming with any sort of follow-up option at this point. He has no military productions making any unit whatsoever. Oh, there we go. There's one capture arm coming out of a siege workshop. That counts as making military.
That's sad. This is gonna be too tough for Melkor to deal with, I feel, but he tries to go for Sipahi now, so he believes in those 3 Cav Archers that he has, it seems. The Hussars are there as well. Well, that's really ambitious, but for now, TaToH step back a bit, because yeah, he wants to go for infantry, chainmail armor, conscription, and I reckon that the castle is gonna be even more important for him.
I am a little bit surprised at how this one's going to go. I would actually expect maybe this might be a game we'd see artillery, because obviously without siege engineers and while TaToH does have them,
right,
those bomber cannons are going to be really sniping his quite a bit easier.
Yeah, indeed, 12 plus 1 versus just 12, and then artillery could be working in favor for Melkor, but it's also quite some investments, right? It's also necessary.
He's sending his bomber cannons so far back they're basically going to the MPL. This is oh, those are fully upgraded heavy cav arch now though. Literally every upgrade. Except maybe husbandry, I didn't see husbandry come in. Or ballistics, but then again I might have just not noticed. I'll have a quick double check of the tech tree. Yeah, no husbandry. And also
what about path and tactics?
No ballistics.
What? Does he have path and tactics?
Yeah, +6 pierce armor, are you crazy?
Oh he did. Oh yeah, I just was scratching my head casually. Forgive me, sire. But, yeah, okay. But does he have the sufficient numbers? We're talking about 26 military versus 45. I know, man. But the Hussar is now coming from the back, trying to surround TaToH here. Or no, he just wants to go inside there. Don't know if that's the smartest choice.
Without the armor upgrade, those Hussars are just kind of going to melt to the orbs.
Yeah,
circumstantially, it's not going to be looking too good. I mean, sure, maybe if he was able to get in and just do a little bit of a raid, that would be okay. Oh, is he going to notice the house is just about dead? No, he doesn't notice the house only has 80 HP. That's not great, but then you've got the rams coming in from the side. That's going to be difficult. Melkor needs to keep those bomber cannons alive. He needs to get those relics. He's sending a monk to it now. But I think he's starting to mass the army he needs.
Yeah, he's starting that a bit too late, but then the question is it way too late, or does he have realistic chances? Plate botting armor kicking in very soon. With that one, of course, this Hussar's going to be way more tankier. But yeah, the Kermits are already on the way, and they got +4. That's really important. Even also foraging and tracking gonna kick in. So slowly, steadily, also the force of TaToH is gonna become stronger with that one. Once the Kermits are in, it will be a messed up situation. Together with the help of the Arbalists, I even think that if the Hussars are caught off guard, it's gonna be even tougher to do anything against it.
The Karambits are not going to do anything against the Cavarts. Cavarts are going to wreck them, but the thing is, he still doesn't have ballistics, and that's actually kind of noticeable against Karambits. Karambits are still pretty fast units.
Right, they are. There's no doubt about it. And the push now is real, coming from the right-hand side. They're all inside of the base. Melkor is in completely defensive stance. Map control completely in the hands of the Spanish player. Adding more castles in the northeast of Melkor's base. And the Arbel's doing quite some work. The BBCs of Melkor also doing some great work though, sniping the Rams, which is important. The Kermits currently an unsolved issue here inside of Melkor's base.
Yeah, the Karambits in north are probably the biggest issue here. He needs that gold, and now the Karambits are broken in further up there. Doesn't have access to the relics anymore. Those are kind of governed by the Karambits up there. And the south, I mean, he could easily win the south with just enough Cavarts. He just has enough to try and pull that one off.
But north, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Too many issues.
Lack of gold this game. Lack of gold.
More and more stables in the making. With that much wood, by the way. It's a lot of wood. Also for TaToH, by the way, 1.3k, now just 1k gold that he has. He's doing well. And as long as Melkor is not able to get all the relics back, he just has one, tries to go for the second one. It's going to be tough to actually profit from the situation, and it is the GG. Second game, and that is the first win for TaToH.
Yeah, I think Turks could have won this one, but of course Malay is just much better economy. He could have won this one easier if he didn't go for that funky kind of boom, kind of FC, kind of whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, whatever that was,
but
right?
I think the map here with just a lack of gold against a fast power spike unit like Orbalast for the Malay, I think that was kind of a game changer.
Well, I'm personally happy that we've seen quite some nice matchups here. One guy is winning, the other one is winning as well, or we have some comeback, or we have some Jon Snow versus Vivi. And just quickly going through the achievements. KD better for TaToH. Alright, buildings raised also because he was the pusher throughout the entire time. And then Melkor with more food and wood. Obviously not enough gold, despite having the beautiful relics for a longer period of time. And that's all about it, guys. So it's time for the third game. And once GPN is back, we'll of course proceed with that one. We just go out of here, start the next game. Oh, Discern. Good to see you, man. Jonas is there, Red John. Beautiful. What's the next map? It's DemEyesRed Arena Cup. It's always DemEyesRed Arena. The entire tournament. So that was the 16th time we've seen this map today. Let's go for the 17th time. Great map, Paul. Thank you, man. Cheers, brother.
Alright, so are we ready with the third game?
Hell yeah, we are. So I'm just gonna go for the countdown and then feel free to just start because I need to. I will become the co-caster for now. I need to relax a bit. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright guys, DemEyesRed here with... No, I'm not gonna do that, I'm too dead. But, alright, so I'm just gonna have a quick talk about the Civ draft at this point.
Right.
Of all the picks we see... TaToH picks Saracens as one of his picks. A little bit confusing. Actually, I need to restart real quick. I'll catch up to you, don't mind me.
Sure.
What time are you at?
47, 8, 9, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, GPN, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll do. Count your mountains.
Right.
Anyway, so we see Slavs vs Britons. This is kind of clear with for the Slavs. Did you not share the draft with the viewers before the game started?
No, I completely forgot, to be honest. I completely forgot.
Just so everyone knows, TaToH picked Malay, Teutons, Saracens, Britons, Mayans. Melkor picked Slavs, Turks, Franks, Huns, and Celts. Celts is a very unusual one to see from Melkor. That will come in relevant in the next game. I'll have a quick predictions on that one. But here we are going to see Slavs vs Britons. Are Warwolf Trebs good enough to stop the Siege Rams? Not a chance in hell. Looking over here on the red side, yes, I have OG correct. We have Melkor as the Slavs with the map. That's looking pretty good right off the bat. We can see a second gold in the back, second stone in the back, main gold in the back. That's pretty good. His main stone, 1 second gold are forward, but they're actually not too bad. It's a pretty good map, I would say here. It's a bit weird to see. Looking at the tree lines just outside of Melkor's base, actually his base feels quite small. Feels like if he is broken into, he does have some extra area to expand outside and wall off quite easily. So looking over at TaToH's base, again, both players have similar back area, and TaToH has a mirror base. His main gold is really solid, his second gold is solid, his second stone is pretty solid, his main stone is solid. His base is very similar, slightly better.
Slightly better, man. I just saw I got hosted, I guess. Odette, it just didn't show up on screen. I don't know why, but thank you so much. We appreciate it.
It's because it's Odette.
No, that's for certain anyway. But we appreciate Odette. Thank you a lot. Yeah, so just trying to think about what we have here on the menu. Slavs versus Britons. Slavs are dangerous, man. Britons also can be extremely dangerous for given reasons. Their boom is actually quite infamous. But then again, the Slavs with their farms, just too brutal. I don't know, it would be nice to actually keep the Slavs from doing that. But we'll see how aggressive TaToH is going to be. That being said, just, of course, once again, hoping, praying, we're not going to have a Trush or anything like that. The previous one was the debate for us. That's beautiful, but let's hope for something peaceful for the beginning and then go for some late game matchups. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, do you remember in the tier video I said the weakness to Slavs would be civs that are very good at going quite fast archers from map control, and then pushing with very fast options like Arbalast. There's just the Slavs cannot really counter them with monks or all those kinds of things.
You just said the exact real thing, by the way.
You
just said the exact... This is the script from the video, by the way. It's just sound exactly like this. Incredible.
Basically, it's kind of... That's... this is a situation where it'd be quite evident. Britons are a very good thing for this. I played Alpha and Omega when he was Slavs and I was Italians. I did the same thing. It really worked. It's a nice exploit of weakness, and I think Britons are good at it. So I hope we're going to see that today. Otherwise, I would... Okay, Brax coming up for TaToH and Loom. Nice. All our theories just gone right out of the window. I'm not even going to talk about the map or the booming or just anything. Fuck you, TaToH. So, alright, so we're going to leave reality for a bit. We're going to go to Trush Town. It's like Brown Town, but for trushing.
Yeah, but...
Is it going to work?
Yeah, is it going to work? And what exactly is he up for? He's going... Yeah, it's going to be Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms towers. And then hop over. But where to hop over, by the way?
He can't hop.
He can hop. That's the right hand side. That's not hoppable.
If he could hop, I can see the Man-at-Arms being a thing, but not being able to hop with the Man-at-Arms is not good. I don't think he wants to make Man-at-Arms, though. Looking at his resources...
Archers, maybe then, right? Maybe a Buzzament.
Oh.
Do you think it's going to be...
What? Is he finally sending villagers forward to build a tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking he was going to make archers because obviously he just couldn't with this economy make anything else. But 3 on gold, he's planning to make 1 range anyway. I think he might make the range on the way there and then just add the tower a bit later. I don't think he's going to make the tower right away. But this map, this can't really be trushed. Sure, the main stone, but that's not even close to where he's going to land this trush. Has he even scouted it?
No. He just knows about the gold.
And obviously stone in the back.
The Winch
no
Trush.
chance.
It's going to happen, man. The beloved Winch Trush. Winchester, man. What have you done to this map? What have you done? Yeah, the first tower is going to go up here, as well as the arch range. So yeah, let's see how these villagers will batter down this stone wall. Also, the archer is going to be there as a backup, and then become a main force. There we go.
I could do a really good impression of an Irish accent, but I have to be very drunk before I do it. But yeah, 4 villagers building a tower at this point. Why did he up 20 pop when he's going to spend, you know, a good 40 seconds before building the tower? He could easily make 2 more villagers, have a really strong archer push in the meantime on top of the towers. It just feels a little bit like a wasted economy, but then again, TaToH knows what he's doing. I'm not going to say anything else about that. Just now discovering the main stone, he knows to aim for that. But what is he going to do? Of course he is building this tower outside of Melkor's point of view. Now Melkor can see it.
Oops. Winchester ruining our beloved map. Well, we found solutions for that one. Still, we went for 900 HP in this tournament. And Melkor doing something proper here, and it's just walling off. Drakons really likes the shape of walling, he said, when it comes to dealing with the trush. Just create this kind of half circle and then have the most ideal situation here for yourself. So that's it.
But
yeah,
this kind of walling comes in really difficult when it comes to the archers coming into play.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true. It's gonna be hard to actually repeat once again. The archers are there, and then they will just mess you up. We heard the sound. Fletching is in the making. TaToH got the blacksmith, and now it's gonna be even more difficult because these archers will have some increased danger to them. And Melkor in the meantime tries to defend himself with a watchtower over here. Okay-ish. Gonna protect the front of his TC, but the woodline is still in danger. We have to keep this in mind. We'll see.
I find it a little bit interesting that TaToH is attacking where his watchtower is with the archers, because what would usually happen is that you would, you know, if someone builds a semicircle, you have to build a tower somewhere on it, and then obviously to defend that, you build a tower against that side, and then the other side's just kind of forgotten about. You have time to build another defensive tower. But when archers come into play, you could easily just, you know, start attacking the wall, that kind of thing. But we basically have an Arabia game at this point because... Oh, actually, Melkor still has the resources to FC. His 28+2 game, like, a really good economy, and he has a lot of food, so he can easily make scouts on the way up just to even clear this before he's even up. This is a really interesting, nice matchup, I think.
Yeah, it's actually quite nicely done so far by Melkor. He just keeps all the options open and is on the way to the chaos stage. 16-18, I love it. 29 villagers that he had, so that's absolutely solid. TaToH maybe not as effective as he wanted it to be. Good for Melkor, but let's see. Melkor also going for scaleboarding armor as Slavs, of course, nothing too spectacular. I think Knights will be quite of a nice unit of choice.
This is how I knew Bash Glen when he tried to trust me as Vikings and I was Berbers. I basically just massed Knights and then broke into his base later and killed him. We might see that in this game. TaToH's economy at home is actually not looking all too bad. He has, of course he's not like behind the villagers because he's not clicked up, but he has decent amount of wood. He has enough farms, really. When you're talking about 15 minutes when you're trushing, it's important to have a lot of food economy still, just food up quite fast. And having this many farms, now 7 farms, good few on berries, he has the food economy to keep things running. It's not going to be too bad in his base. I think TaToH can up really quickly the once he's not going to dictate and stay his way into feudal age.
Right. So now we're in chaos stage with Melkor, and we see the first things that's going to happen is a siege workshop. Alright, so knights and so 1 stable knights and a siege workshop, probably just going for mangonels. I think that would be a really smart choice. Or if he feels like it's ram, that's just really up to him and his taste here. But the knights are already devastating enough. He has +1. Let's see what else he's gonna get for them. In the meantime, TaToH is not scared by this. He wants to place another watchtower even. And this can work, but just producing
it can definitely work against the mangonels, because if you have 2 towers garrisoned with archers, it costs you very little villager economy but those two will definitely shred Mangonel, so it's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, isn't it?
Especially if he wants to do something else, like maybe go Lombos. If he just wants to keep Melkor open, at least, you know, hold off until his Castle Age. Building extra towers is really nice. And a Scorpion, what the I thought he was making a Mangonel.
Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? I said Ram, I said Mangonel.
I saw a Mangonel in his... What?
Beautiful. The Scorpion, the defensive Scorpion. Super fragile, but can be really nicely utilized.
It has more pierce armor than a Mangonel.
Oh, Chris.
Which is a very uninteresting fact.
But still, I would have never thought about this because that's something I've never looked at when I was looking at the Scorpion. Now you've changed my way of looking at this beautiful unit. Much appreciated. Melkor going for horse color right now. Beautiful, but more importantly, what about TaToH? He needs to rebalance his economy. He is heavily on gold, but probably will buy some food and go for the next stage. Maybe crossbows could be a way to go for it, and more towers.
I mean, if TaToH has wheelbarrow, which does he should do. Why is my tight tree so laggy? He doesn't have wheelbarrow yet. But if he gets wheelbarrow, this amount of farms will get him up really quickly. Like if you just made wheelbarrow now, you'd be able to up quite fast. He's getting housed at the same time, so I would probably get wheelbarrow.
Right, so Knights just with +1, as I said, not even bloodlines here, but still decent enough of a force to somehow give those rams backup, just to get down these towers. That's the main idea here. And also just a single spearman, not scary enough for those knights, you would say, but quite some damage done by TaToH, but all in all, just looking okay. It seems that Melkor is now fully able to deal with the situation before TaToH will hit Castle Age, it seems even. But the tower was, of course, a smart choice for TaToH to still say, alright, I'm still here. I'm buying myself also a bit of time, so if I go to Castle Age, I can potentially come back easier into your base, but the amount of rams is just sufficient enough to deny this, and Melkor could even close the door once he's done with this, and then these crossbows would stay outside.
Well, of course, Melkor cannot boom because he's not been on stone. And obviously, he had to build the tower to the gates, so he doesn't have 100 stone to even build an extra TC. So he's going to have to really 1TC this. He can kind of easily be, you know, beat by maybe just pikemen. I think some kind of like pike mango push might actually work against the Slavs at this point. Of course, Melkor's not known for going monks to really counteract that. I think that's a little bit of an issue, though. I don't really see what TaToH can do against this push as long as Melkor stays to 1TC, he makes a whole bunch of knights, he gets the upgrades. I think it's going to be really hard for the Britain player to stop that.
Yeah. Ryder was asking, can you see that backstone? Yeah, he did scout that. He should have checked this one as well. It's really important, but he still didn't use that. Interesting choice, but so far everything's going well, but he also decided to go against the boom with that decision. The knights are now cleaning up quite a bit there. No more towers, just this one tower inside of the base of Melkor, but that's gonna be fine. And the entire forward now being cleaned up. TaToH's army in the back foot, and arch range now going for crossbowmen. Stable not functioning at all for given reasons. So botgun arrow crossbowmen will be nice. The question also going to be, what does TaToH do inside of his own base? Does he want to boom himself? Well, he has enough stone due to his trash, but I'm not so sure when or if he's going to add more TCs. He needs a bit more wood in case he really wants to do that. Let me just double check something. I was about to check the arch range, man, but the arch range is gone.
We're talking about Brins here. They could add TCs quite cheaply and easily.
Yeah, true as well. Yeah, I just quickly forgot there for a second. But yeah, that's true. He's there, but no more arch range. That caught me off guard. I just didn't expect this anymore. But it has happened. Good, because now TaToH cannot reinforce at this point. It's quite awkward for him.
I am a little bit astonished as to Melkor's approach here. Instead of adding more stables early on, he decided to stay the one and add more scorpions, and now he's going for the double stable. That's it seems a bit weird when your main army is knights and are mainly crossbows, and then you just start whipping out the scorpions instead of more knights. Right. But I don't know, it could definitely work. I don't see what TaToH can do against that right away. He's probably going to add monks, and He could always add monks, he could always add mangonels. There's a few things he can do, but killing those scorpions is not going to be the easy one.
Potentially. Melkor also going for chain barding armor. Still without bloodlines, but fair enough. And with that one, he will try to approach the situation even with a stronger basis. Those knights being tankier. Ooh, look at those dodges here. But actually nicely done so far. Melkor is quite serious here. I like this attitude. It's really, yeah, quite of a smart play. But then again, this trade was not good. He lost all of his knights.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
He took the fuck this, get out of my base with that trust approach. Losing the scorpions though and losing the knights, that's pretty big. He has to pull the rams back before he loses those to the couple of knights. He was mining stone with 2 villagers, now he's moved up to 5, so he's going to be adding more TCs after the second one. I don't know, is he going to stay 2 TC? He does have a few villager lead, well now only 1 villager lead.
Yep.
Boom wise, he's actually less TCs, but of course Slavs, the farmer's working better.
Right.
Army wise, he's maybe doing a little bit better, but he can't put those rams to use without, you know, more knights, and scorpions aren't going to be helping him against the knights.
No, that's for certain. The scorpions will not function properly. Those knights need to be taken care of, at least somehow. The question is, what exactly does he want to do against this one? Now just engaging with his own set of knights. And Slavs, of course. Knights War is always a beautiful thing, because they will just be able to reinforce way more consistently. In the meantime, just a 4th TC for TaToH. Interesting. He wants to step up his economy just to be able to compete with the potential Slavs economy. And light calves for Melkor, also smart choice to deal with those, from his point of view, annoying monks.
I think TaToH has no way of knowing that Melkor didn't add a 2nd TC as soon as he hit Castle Age. So I think TaToH might be assuming he can catch up, he needs to add a 4th TC. Which is okay. I mean, both players are going to end up fully boomed, and that's going to be a late game that doesn't favour the Britons too easily.
Yeah, right.
But we're going to see how he pushes here. He's 2 monasteries now, he's adding another archer range just to get more crossbows out. I don't see what Melkor can do now without enough knights to really beat the monks, because 3 monks is going to cover half his army and then the rest is just going to die.
No, he needs to be extremely careful, otherwise he would just waste everything.
The 1 light cap sniping the monk.
Yeah, was good.
Sweet.
That's good, really good. Sanctity for TaToH in order to prevent this one from happening again. In the meantime, Melkor just stepping up his army count, constantly producing now light calves, and the TCs are of course working like there's no tomorrow.
This 3 TCs now is decent enough for Melkor anyway, but
yeah,
little bit surprised at the way he's handling this again. I mean, he could always add his own monastery. No players are going for relics really. TaToH does have 1 that was close to his monasteries, but it doesn't seem to be heading for the other ones across the map. He's just using his monks for the knights. I think those rams can come into play. For example, the rams can destroy the monastery, and it can't really be stopped unless the knights get close, and that just puts him in a really dangerous position. I just about had a stroke as I was saying that.
I was good to say, man. Interesting. Melkor once again with some late wheelbarrow, and also interesting and also bad engagement with the light calves. That was unfortunate. Is going to be able to snipe a single monk, or did redemption? Yeah, it was just perfect. All the monks have survived. Unfortunate, but Melkor still at it. He's at least pushing the entire army back. At least that's the current situation that we're in. And there's enough stone for something else.
TaToH is building a castle. Nice.
Oh, TaToH as well? Indeed, inside of his bone base. Okay.
Melkor isn't building his one yet. I reckon Melkor's going to build his roughly where his knights are right now. Between the
I
knights
would
and
say
the
as well.
scorpions.
Somewhat to the middle.
It protects that
of his
gold,
base.
and there's that gold up north.
Yeah.
He could even just build it on the monasteries, just like fuck your monks. But,
yeah, TaToH also with some late wheelbarrow, man. What is happening with these guys? But, well, it's their decision. Not curious
who
about
needs
the
economy
castle.
upgrades?
Bloodlines finally for Melkor. Beautiful. Still no castle being placed.
I reckon, can that many scorpions, the 5 there, how much damage is that going to do to the knights?
Well, if they're just
That's
unharmed,
decent. That's 10 damage per shot.
Yeah.
Knights. That's
they're given the time, safety, with choke points and some tanky friendly army in front of them. It could be nice, but TaToH is going for the next age. So with that one, things could be different. Castle is about to be up there, but now I'm thinking, what exactly? Is he gonna go for ARPs, or does he just want to utilize the castle in some kind of way? No, it's gonna be arch ranges, even more arch ranges, as he's losing the ones in the front.
Yeah, I can see it being orbs. My main concern here is what he's going to do against the Scorpions, because he's going to have to make pretty much just Werewolf Trebs, but then he's going to be against, you know, really strong Cavalier.
Right.
And then by that time, hopefully he would have some longbows, but I don't think the Arbalest are going to cut it right away. And it's a really odd one, this. I'm not entirely sure what he can do, but then again, Melkor's composition's just a little bit... It just makes it odd when he's got Scorpions.
Yeah, it's ever since it felt a bit strange, but this is what we're given, this is what we're presented. And Melkor also going for the next stage, Iron Casting, so he wants to somehow commit there. Slavs late game going for the Night Line regardless. So far it turned out to be a bit strange from other players, but you never know. Melkor is someone who can function really well when it comes to cavalry. So we'll see how exactly this is going to be like. I have the strong suspicion that we're going to see Cavalier here versus some Arbalists. Will be nice, at least for both sides if done correctly. With the help of those battering rams tanking a bit of fire here, and especially those Scorpions functioning properly, it would be nice. We'll see how exactly it's going to be like. Scorpions now running straight into those units. He could have just shot way before. But yeah, those Scorpions are gone.
Oh yeah, the lack of shooting is not ideal, but he's still getting a few hits in. Those are mostly... How much HP those Arbs have? Not too much, but still 4 Scorpions left, Mangonel, a couple of Rams.
Right.
Decent amount of soon-to-be Cavalier. As soon as those hit Cavalier, I think he's probably going to try and take some good engagements. Before then, though, a bit of a different story. Oh, and the Knights are coming in to snipe the rest of the Scorpions. Scorpions are the only things that can really damage the Monks without Redemption. 3 still alive. I'm a little bit confused as to what TaToH's going to do here, aside from just try and mass orbs and try and use that to kill Cavalier.
Right. At the same time, TaToH's going for Yeoman's chemistry here. Interesting. And yeah, it's looking interesting also to see that Melkor now in PLH wants to go for Cavalier. Much expected here at this point. Also +4. What else does he do? Husbandry, conscription. So that's that. And TaToH's going for the other direction, as I said. Bracer, chemistry, Yeoman. So we're gonna see some Knights versus, yeah, well, ranged units, so Cavaliers versus Arbors in this case. And then I'm curious how well the siege will function of Melkor. I think that this could be interesting if the amount of Arbors is not too high. I think sniping will not be entirely the necessity of an event that's going to happen, but still needs to be extremely careful. The range of the Britons, in my opinion, not to be underestimated, but we'll see. We'll see.
So it looks like both players are very similarly boomed. Melkor is only 10 villagers behind, but both are almost at the 120 build point. Right. Kind of a late Cat Ram upgrade from Melkor here, but I think he is going to try go Cavalier plus Skirmisher, which is a little bit odd when you're going to go Siege Rams at the same time. But who am I to fault it? It's a good combination, as long as he can pull off. He does have a lot of population room to pull off, and of course with Slav farms, he is quite a bit more population efficient.
Right.
So, I think it can work, but what are we going to see coming out for TaToH? Are we going to see Werewolf or Halbs? Halbs, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like that. Pikemen are in the making. By the way, the Gaming Tip, thank you so much for another subscription there. And Homos Erectus, no worries, man, you're welcome. I'm doing my best. And looking forward to
TaToH,
for more.
TaToH doesn't have ballistics.
TaToH doesn't have ballistics. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe
he does.
Okay,
he just missed every single shot on the Cavalier that was running in the same direction.
I just checked. Alright, I see.
That was odd. I've never seen ballistics miss moving units that aren't actually trying to dodge it.
There you go, man. There you go. Speaking of ranged units,
why don't you?
Melkor is actually going for elite skirms in the background, so siege rams as well as the cavaliers. So we got the siege, we got the counter, the potential counter if they could come close enough to the yeoman Britain's arbalist there with 5+6 range at this point. And then the cavaliers, of course. This is some combination that can work. And of course, with the sponsorship of the Slavs and their farms, there's enough food to maintain at least a bit of that production. Also, which is really important to mention, is that map control wise it looks better for Melkor, but he doesn't really make use of it, but does it right now, starting to get some gold there. But besides that, man, the way this guy dodges arrow fire now, Leary style, man, it's beautiful. I love it though, I love it. He's trying, man, and he's really doing his best. This is a really smooth and nice matchup here between those two high-skilled players. So looking forward to seeing the next moves, because the next engagement is going to happen very soon.
The skirmishers have basically no upgrades at this point. He's finally getting some for them, but they're basically blank at this point, just elite. I think he tried to focus too hard into the siege rams, which is definitely good. The siege rams are the best thing at soaking. The skirmishers was... It's the second best choice in my opinion. He can afford to do both, so why not? Here comes the Cavalier. We see Warwolf coming in from TaToH. Warwolf will be, you know, it's quite a great upgrade. It will murder the skirms. It'll even kill the Cavalier at a distance.
Yeah.
But it's not going to damage the rams.
Now we'll see about it. This is quite some crucial moment here, because Melkor says, alright, this is my time. At the same time, TaToH says, okay, I got a whole lot of arbals prepared, and I will snipe you off, but for that one I need to micro, and for that one I also need to take you off the siege rams, which is easier said than done. It feels that this castle is going to go down. The question is what about the second castle? Also, the amount of halberdiers now being increased, but just +2, +4 is in the making. Forging is in the making. Will take some time. Maybe this is momentum for Melkor and his +4 cavaliers.
Yeah, but finally Melkor getting some decent upgrades. He's now getting ring archer armor, so aside from chemistry, those skirmishers are going to be upgraded the best they really can be in effect against the Arblast. Giants are wondrous. Do Slavs get thumb ring? They don't, but at the same time, oh wait, no, they do, don't they? No, they don't. Yeah, I was confusing them for the other two. That's not Slavs, inconsistent. But yeah, it doesn't matter for skirms really. Thumb ring's kind of irrelevant when it comes to skirmishers, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at this point, does it? Because
I think this is quite good for the Slav player at the moment.
I was going to say this looks quite nice the way I just estimated it. I fully agree with that one. Also, we have to keep in mind constant pop cap for Melkor, whereas TaToH is at about 170. It's at least something. And
I meant to also mention that Melkor actually went to get the relics. There's still one missing somewhere. I don't see it. He must be holding it in a monk that I can't see.
Yeah, it must be something like this. I can see it.
Yeah, he's got the relics, so his gold is going to be matching his food economy.
Yeah. Wow, just simply wow. The way the things are going, Melkor is wrecking TaToH. TaToH is delivering a good fight here. At least he knows what to do. Question is, how realistic are his chances? Because Melkor is not going to give up. It seems that he's also interested in maybe doing some more sneaky stuff with his lightcast, trying to search for a spot that he could go through, and there's no gap though. Good for him. Melkor is going for Heavy Scorpion. He just didn't finish up with this idea with the Scorpions, man. He just wants to show everyone that Heavy Scorpions are a thing, even in a matchup against the Britons. Fine, fair enough. Let's go for it. But in the meantime, the main important event is that Melkor is slowly but steadily pushing forward here. And that's...
Yeah, he's doing it without even much gold cost. He's just using skirms at this point.
Yeah, and rams. What is this? I mean, yeah, it's just beautiful. Such a beauty.
I can't really think of what else could have gone here. I think TaToH is a great player, but I think the Trush was a bit RNG based. He was it's always RNG based, but I think he ended up on the bad side of RNG and it just cost him too much, I think. And he's just not able to keep up with Slavs at this point. He's now dropped to 155 total population. He can't even make units fast enough. I mean, now he's trying to make some light cav on the outside by the looks of it. But what can the light cav really do? They could go in, do some raiding, they could kill some of the skirms, but Melkor can just add infinite amounts of Cavalier at this point, as well as the Heavy Scorpions. There's no combating this army.
Yeah, this is way too late. By the way, glorious man, good night man, thanks for watching. And yeah, the switch here, Halberdier, for instance, wasn't too late. The text kicked in too late, that's for sure. And also, what's most important, yeah, trying to counter those elite skirmishes. Well, good luck with that one. That's gonna be too late. It seems that for now, Melkor slowly, steadily steamrolling here like a Teutons player, and this just looks beautiful. He's not gonna stop doing this one. He's just gonna finish it off, it seems. That one, he would get the second point in this matchup. Would be, of course, convenient. Next game would be match point game. But I legit say this because TaToH is about to, well, pretty much not make it anymore, it seems.
Yeah, TaToH just kind of looks GG. I mean, now that, he's still trying to make like but the thing is, we already see Hutter swimming around from the Slavs.
Right.
The only thing I can say that would lead to Melkor losing his army right now is that he is top capped and he just can't make any switches if he had to. For example, a whole bunch of light cav just came right now, which it doesn't look like TaToH can do too much. He can get some out, but yeah, Melkor can't switch to more cavalry or anything, just simply doesn't have the population. But that's not a huge problem when you're in that situation. That means you're winning.
No, that means that you're winning, right? That's true, that's true. By the way, TaToH is also in the chat. Nice. He will be happy to see how Melkor is actually performing at this point. And yeah, it just looks good. We see this attempt by TaToH to snipe a couple of heavy scorpions. He is just determined. These heavy scorpions must not be successful, but they are currently helping out quite a bit due to the entire situation. Though also TaToH is holding on. He's holding on. The question is for how long? How many resources does he have? How much gold? How much stone does he have? Rhetorical question at this point. Just quickly going through it. 0 villages on gold, 0 villages on stone. Well, he's starved out, and without a relic, that's not going to be too healthy.
The thing is though, TaToH hasn't lost a gold unit in a very long time.
True
He's
as
only
well.
just throwing halbs at
True as
the
well.
halbs in the light cav. But the thing is, Melkor just, he's floating so much resources. He could even get SO right now if he wanted to. I think 190 villagers, he's not overboomed, but he can afford to lose a little bit of the boom.
Right.
He's managing his resources really well for being this late game though. He's not flowing like 2000 wood or 2000
Right.
food, he's properly keeping up to it, to the dot.
Yeah, that's true indeed. He is managing really well, our beloved macro player. And it just seems that TaToH is maybe gaining one tile of ground, but at the same time he's going to be pushed back. Again, I have a fly in my room, man. I don't believe it, man. I have a fly in my room. Oh my god. Because we have a balcony here. People are going to the
Is it a
balcony.
Tetsy fly?
It's a really fat one, you know? It's a really disgusting one.
Okay, so you're gonna go around your room just telling everyone you're whacking your fat one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, man. I
Clearly.
But yeah, this is how it is.
I think that now Melkor is losing all of his skirms. He's going to be transitioning out of skirms to just make siege ram a lot more population efficient. Then he could have the heavy scorpions and then mix in the cavalier, and a pretty confident win at that point. I mean, all the stables outside now from TaToH are going down, so he's only really got his base. He's lost outside completely. And the hussars from Melkor are cleaning up the last of the outside light cav, so that's not a problem there either.
Yeah,
I think now that TaToH is losing his inside, he has nothing else left.
exactly. Also some flanking
Not too many
can happen.
skirms though.
Yeah, it's the middle is still a strange situation there. But now I see a lot of cavaliers once again from the north, and they would maybe go to the back part of TaToH's base, and that would be over for sure. But it's all about it, man. Those hussars just trying to go for a little raid, as you said, but that's not the most decisive thing. Siege rams, scorpions, skirms, beautiful, just beautiful stuff. TaToH, as I said, is falling apart here, but he's trying, man. This guy is struggling to the fullest.
What time are you at now?
55. Exactly 55.
Right.
So I assume that it's something
I've
is
been
going to
paused
happen.
for like a minute now, trying to wait for you to catch up. It was weird because we were going just fine, and then all of a sudden I just looked over and it's like a whole like minute and a half of difference. I'm like, where did that come from?
Where did that come from, man? Good question, but yeah, it's good to happen. It's fucking flymets. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah.
Is Melkor going to be raided? He does have one Cavalier to try and help clean up the light cav there, and he is sending more Cavaliers back, so he can do something about being raided. But the thing is, no outside stables anymore, so he just can't continue up with that raiding. It might work, he might get away with doing some raiding in this situation, but I don't think it's applicable anymore. Melkor can even stand to lose some villagers.
Yeah, man.
Castle in the north from Melkor, that's another castle that's... I mean, he has 3 castles, that's quite a lot. He can make borders if he wanted to, but he's not going to have an issue with Trebs at this point.
Pretty much, but man, this fly, man. Next game, I will leave the castle to you until I got this fly, because this is so huge. Oh my god, man. I'm just saying one thing here. TaToH, for now, I don't know, did he just really stabilize the situation? Does it really look like this?
And Melkor had to move his army all around the place because obviously he was getting a bit raided, but now he is patching the hole in his base and he took the whole map. That's where Melkor's attention has been for a while now. So it's not surprising he's been pushed out, but now he still has all those scorpions. He's still making skirms, which I don't really get. The skirms are not beneficial to him at this point. I think he really needs to focus more on the Cavalier, especially when he already has the scorpions to take out everything else.
Still was a good move by TaToH. This is the way to relieve yourself by just go for the little counter raid and getting the attention of your opponent like that. And he's been also able to patch the hole to the north of his base, TaToH. Good for him. Seems that it's still not really over here. I don't know. I mean, how is this guy able... I mean, it's quite easy to explain. The Arbalest, you said it, this is really important. He has been sitting on 176 gold for a long time. Now I'll just spend it. And the way he does that, because he kept his Arbalest alive, and they've been always attacking from safe distance. Always. That was so beautiful done so far. Really good work by TaToH as well. This guy just knows how to survive, and we saw that on ECL how he's actually doing his best to be the one player in the team that is never going to crumble until the very end, until someone else in his team is going to fall down here, but it's oftentimes...
yes. Now we see some raiding now, and what's going to happen with the raiding? He might not lose gold units here, but he's going to lose the farm economy that he's been using to make the spam units that he's been holding off with. But this is interesting. We're going to see some Scorpion hits and allowing us some Arbalest again, some hits. Now the Rams are in, Scorpions are in, Skirms are in, and
some raiding in the back.
I can't see TaToH responding to the raiding at all
anymore. But he did so well. But I always said this is one of the best Arbalest managements I've seen. And I agree, it's really impressive. But yeah,
chemistry from Melkor at this time after all these skirms.
Quite late. Let's fly, man. Alright. Just hope that this game is going to be over so we can start with the next game and then can start hunting this fly, man. The way it looks at me, man. The way it looks at me, man. It listens to me, man. It listens to me. So I reacts like that. But yeah. Oh yeah, now we see the Scorpions are getting some good hits here. And that's of course not good because now the amount of Arbalest is crumbling. Yeah, that's I guess that's it. I guess this is the point where we say bye-bye, at least at this game, and go for the next matchup here.
I would say goodbye, Afghani Lizard. That's the only thing I could really say at this point. But at least now that chemistry is in, he's going to be killing the Arbs or the Halbs in one less hit or whatever it is. Probably kill Halbs in one less hit, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the way he just neglected this very tech. Interesting. To say the least. Man, what a game.
I'm surprised he doesn't actually include some more raiding. I reckon if he went for some more Cavalier raiding, he would be doing it a little bit better. It feels like he is making trash though when he has the gold. He has the map control for all the gold on the map. He's almost finished taking it. He has still a lot of stone he could mine and then sell later on. Fourth castle coming up at the same time. So it's a little bit... It's confusing why he's going for so much trash when he could really maybe cement it with a bit stronger units, especially when he's pop capped. 2k gold floating right now, that makes a lot of gold units. He's investing into the... Is he going to go champions or is he just trying to upgrade the hubs fully?
I know what exactly is going to happen. It's also interesting how actually TaToH's once again just holding on perfectly. The trebs are down. With that one, of course, he's in an even more convenient position. It's, I guess, Melkor currently with this situation really... he's not angry or something, but I know the emotions that must be going through him right now when he sees that TaToH's still holding on and even gaining a bit more ground with this push. Such a tough matchup. Really exhausting in my opinion also for the players, I can imagine.
Browns have this kind of power where you basically just can't approach their mass, but the thing is the mass is almost halved, so you should be able to do something about it quite soon. It just feels a bit odd. He does have the economy to just delete some villagers, have a bit more mass, or just be more efficient with his current units. Castle getting 98% on the top of TaToH's base there, that's not very good for Melkor. But yeah, I think TaToH's just trying his hardest to cling on for his dear life. He's trying harder to not die than he was trying to win, so...
Yeah, man, just
I can just see you waving your hand. I could see you waving your hand around like an absolute Bible bashing moron. It's...
Fuck.
Honestly, I'm more interested in watching you right now trying to battle with this fly than Melkor battling with TaToH. Is a bit more interesting. There's a bit more punches being thrown, you know. Christ, I need like an after-sex cigarette after this. I've already had like 4 in the meantime we've been casting this.
Oh my god, man, why is this game not over, man? I want to kill this fly, or at least kindly ask to leave the place, man. Holy shit, because every time it flies all over the desk, I can feel the winds. It's so huge, man. It's
God does not love you. God hates you.
God hates me, man.
Oh, but this is finally, we're seeing the Arbalaster kind of out in the open, and Ondra coming and siege onto Drazina. That's straight GG right there. There is no way you can fight the SO when he exposes his Arbalast like that.
Yeah, yep. The fly will win for certain. Oh, it's GG. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, finally, I will get the fly now. I will get the fly before Drazina happens.
And so. The one thing I would say about this match is that TaToH in the end there, he brought his Arbalast far too out into the open. Like, he brought all his light cav, all his halberdiers, he made them kind of go south of his Arbalast and he brought the Arbalast forward. That's going to lead to him dying when he can't afford to lose a single one.
I'll just quickly also open up the achievements here just to finish it off, because it's maybe important to show the KD here, 550 to 493. It's more even than one would have thought. Melkor was the aggressor and TaToH was a super defensive stance. Looked really good for him. But Melkor with the complete map control throughout the later part of the game. Yeah, and basically well fought from both players. This was a really interesting matchup. Also defensively speaking, well fought. All right.
Yeah, I think the Trush was just too RNG, and RNG for TaToH was really bad with the map being so good for the Slav player. And doing kind of a latest Trush, 20 pop is quite fast, but then building the range before you build the tower, it just sort of made it take an extra minute or so. It was not too ideal. It's you have to stop Slavs quite quick if you're going to Trush, because obviously they have the food economy. You're not going to really disrupt that. They're going to have the food click up before you even get in.
I dig what you're saying, and I'm ready for the next game, man. What about you? Because then you can just take over the first minutes.
Yep, just put on view lock and I will...
Right. Whose view do you prefer? Melkor?
Yeah, sure.
Alright then. So then I'll call it 3, 2, 1, go. And
alright.
Yeah, you can just start. There you go.
What is up, guys? DemEyesRed here, and we are here with another Habibi matchup, and we have Melkor over here. Hopefully view log shows you everything. He picked the Huns, as I said, when it came to the Civ draft. Are you fighting? We have the... Mute your damn mic, you pleb. We have... The civs left for Melkor would be the Huns and the Celts, and obviously he picked Huns in this situation. For TaToH, he had Saracens and the Teutons left. I'm very surprised TaToH did not pick Teutons. for a key game like this, which could be match point. So Melkor with the Huns, probably Cav Arches, of course his favourite unit, is probably when he's going to go. His map looks pretty good right off the bat. He does have a really safe main gold. It's like right to the back of his base, a safe main stone. Can always come in handy, castle defense, or just a forward castle if you secure map control, that kind of thing. And a second stone in the back, so it's quite a lot safe, but maybe the golds are the thing he's a little bit low on. Safe main gold though, so as long as he pushes, he'll be able to secure the seconds, which are forward. Having a quick look over at TaToH's base, just to give you a visual description. His base looks okay. His main stone's pretty forward, not ideal. His main gold is forward-ish, but it's not all too bad. Second stone outside, so you know he's pretty screwed when it comes to stone. He has the Saracens, of course. He might not be using that much stone. He might be going probably not Mamluks, probably camels against the Huns. But he has a second gold firmly in the back, so it's not too bad for him on the gold situation. Both players have okay-ish back maps. If you look at TaToH's map on the minimap, you can see it's a little bit you know, it looks a little bit cut off with the wood lines, and it kind of is. It's not ideal, but there is room for the farm back there if he does need back map. Can you guys actually hear DemEyes' mic on stream? Because I could hear it. I don't know if he muted it on stream and then not on TeamSpeak, or if he just muted his mic in general, because I can still hear it. He's speaking in fluent Persian or whatever he's doing. So what we're going to see here for units-wise, we are going to probably see a scout opening from Melkor and then transition into cavalry archers. Of course, the Saracen player can smush. The Saracen player has little to no economy bonus if he does not a trush, or he does not maybe he does some sort of fast imp. That would be kind of what I would try and pull off in this situation. Why are they referred to as clowns? Well, right now you can hear DemEyesRed's mic, and that's because he's a clown and forgot to turn it off. Melkor does have a gate, which can be trushed. He's got a gate wall corner that's towards TaToH's base, and they're not too far apart, so trush might happen from the Saracen player. But remember, Melkor does have all these safe stones. It's not a big issue here, I don't think. TaToH does have 4 on wood, but that does not really deter him from going for a trush, so that might still happen. I'm kind of interested to see if that is going to happen. He's 18 pop now, so if he is going to trush, it's going to be visible quite quickly. Looking at a generic map, it's pretty even with the relics, maybe a little bit of an advantage to Melkor, although there are a couple tucked in the back towards TaToH.
I love you, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You should have turned off your mic. Hearing you too. That was a hilarious 5 minutes trying to cast while you're talking in fucking Persian, just fighting over a fly. It was... That's a new way of dangerous casting. Nice.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. But I got it in the end. So job has been done.
It took 2 people to fight a fly. What kind of weakling are you?
There we go.
Alright, I've gone over maps and possible strategies.
That's beautiful.
And I said it's possible that TaToH might trush, but it's not for certain.
Yeah, it's not for certain. I also don't think that it's part of its ethics, right?
Trush.
Yeah. No. What did he say? He's going to trush? He's not.
No.
I was going to say, man. He's definitely not going to trush, man.
He's going for a very fast smush. If he's going for this kind of gold this early.
I understand. With the Huns,
he's gonna maybe do like 3 on gold or 4 on gold or something, and then he's gonna buy like food or whatever to up.
I see. Right. So if we keep this in mind, what will TaToH then do? Wait. Did you say Melkor will smush? You said, or TaToH?
No, TaToH, of course.
Okay, because I was going to say, why would the Huns? You know,
he's not fucking flat. He's.
I was going to say, man.
TaToH going for a 25 plus 2 with 3 on 5 on gold, apparently. 4.
Okay. I like it.
It's an interesting one. I would probably pull this off with 4 gear. 3 is maybe A little bit. He's going to be kind of close. It's going to be a good build if he does pull it off. But what's he going to go for? Does he want to go for some kind of crazy fast smush? Well, 25+2 is pretty generic, so...
Nice.
What does he want to go for?
Main question.
This many on gold, though. Booming is probably not the answer.
Nah, it's definitely going to be something what you've just mentioned. Some religious stuff. Religious stuff. Could be a bit epic. We'll see.
Darsons are so good, they could convert gays.
My god, you just... Right.
Waiting for bans on Twitch.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, Barracks is going up for Melkor. Yeah, we can tell already what's going to happen with this guy. Well, pretty much the Melkor strat with the cavalry. And we legit lost 10 viewers because you said this, man. I'm...
Yeah, clearly has nothing to do with you just getting up and fucking off the hill fly for 5 minutes. But yeah, it's is this what Professor tried against me the other day?
Okay, I try.
It could well be.
Yeah. Professor, man. I still think that, you know, the strats with early smush, I know. Can it be successful if done correctly? I think so, but what is so special about this? Anything striking at this point with TaToH and his idea?
If he wants to like 5 TC boom, this might be, he might be onto something with this, but if he doesn't, he wants to like 4 TC or something. It's not a very efficient way of doing it. I don't feel it's too great.
Right.
TaToH cannot afford eco upgrades. He has 5 on berries and 3 farms at this point. No, he's getting double bags. Does he? Did he get horse collar? I don't think he did, but I could well be wrong on that one. Yes, he did get horse collar. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Beautiful.
Not adding farms though. He's just gonna save up wood until he could build an RTC. Okay,
makes sense.
I'm just trying to think of the advantages of this build. I mean, sure, it makes him on gold in case he needs to monk defense or something, but against Huns, that's, as I said, it's certainly an interesting build. Not a great one, but an interesting one.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting for certain. I mean, I love this because with TaToH we can expect some, as I said, experimental stuff maybe for some people, especially the arena worlds. But at the same time, this guy's trying. I love it. We have the engagement in the middle now, and it seems that TaToH has the upper hand, or is it? No, it's interesting. Melkor, of course, will.
How the shit did you end up a minute ahead of me this time?
I have no idea. I didn't do anything. Trust me, I didn't do anything.
That's probably why. That's the reason it slows down, is because you are at the controls.
Yeah, 2 scouts down, 1 for Melkor, 1 for TaToH. So Melkor is the winner in this case with this additional scout. Therefore, well, basically can just maintain his position concerning the map. 2 TCs being added by TaToH. But with that many villagers on gold, strange one for certain. But Melkor rather conventional here with his type of way. Just see. Still a lot of villagers on gold though. Curious what he wants to do with that monastery. Alright, so makes sense.
Probably by oh, you're talking about Melkor, or are you talking about...
No, just Melkor, of course, just the monastery and...
Yeah, I was thinking TaToH can add the monastery. He's probably going to just mine the gold and then buy food to run his TCs until he can actually run them. What is he doing? I don't get this build at all. It's it does feel like it's a very slightly less efficient way than a straight 3 TC boom, but it gets him on gold in case he needs it. But why would that be? That's the one bridge I just can't see to cross when it comes to what TaToH's doing.
He's just trying to make use of the markets. It's I mean, how efficient that may be, we can discuss, we can argue, but there's something connected to that one. Maybe he has thought about this, maybe not too much. I think he has put into a lot of thoughts into that, but we'll probably ask him maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, we'll see.
Yeah, just like write him a PM, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah. Fast Imp Mass Pimp Urge says, what's up, man? As in, I've seen your name the entire, nearly the past hours, and now I've been finally able to come out of my shell and address you. Monastery also for TaToH now, though, so this is going to be interesting. And while saying this, Melkor already is camping on the left-hand side, making sure that he takes care of that relic, and also has taken care of the relic on the right-hand side, even provocatively, just walking close by to the walls of TaToH here. It's just beautiful, just to say, hey, I just took the relic, by the way, in case you want to meet up with me. Hit me up, bro. So this is what it is.
Thinking outside the box here, are we going to see a repeat of the Turk game where he goes quite fast to Arblast
Oh, okay.
to beat some sort of cavalry archer mass?
Well, it could end up like this, exactly the same way. Yeah.
I think that's what he's going to hope for, fast 3TC or Bram maybe. Except of course Huns do have better cavalry, but at the same time the Saracens do have siege ram, as well as pretty good monks for the cavalry, as well as good camels and mamluks, so going full cavalry is not maybe the best idea. Oh, and TaToH being pushed off his main gold right away by that one single monk. That is monumental.
And he is already successful with that conversion. I guess I'm slightly ahead of you once again.
His gold just being knocked completely out just by a single monk passing by. That's
beautiful stuff.
That's really bad. That's wow. But the thing is, take a look at the booms. Look at the populations. Both are 3TC, but Melkor is only 3 villagers behind.
Right.
At the same time as he's going to be 5 relics up.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I like that kind of trait. That's certainly convenient here. Whereas TaToH, gold shaft mining. Man, he's so serious about the gold. He's so serious. He's also on stone, by the way. What does he actually intend to do with this? What does he want to invest this gold into? Going for monks. Okay, I understand. But there's not much to do with the monks anymore. Unless he wants to engage in some kind of war. But, yeah, no more relics. They're all being gathered here at this point. There we go. There's one guy. There's another one. There's already one relic inside, another one being shipped into the monastery. It's beautiful. And also siege rush up by Melkor, by the way. So he wants to keep up the pressure, it seems.
Yeah, but he's doing the same thing he did in the previous games. When he gets on the 3TCs, he then just another conversion. Again, he's really screwing with the gold there. TaToH's just like, I might as well just lose the villager, rather than running away from the gold that cost me too much. Of course, Melkor always goes to the furthest away relics. If you have map control, then obviously get the ones that are going to take you a longer time to get to, because you might not have them for that long. So, I am Rider. If you spell my name wrong one more time, I am just going to pick you up and slap you around like DemEyes does with his cock. Now that he is suitably enjoying that, though, are we going to see more watchtowers or something from TaToH this game? This is going to be a funny one.
Well, this is going to be a funny one for certain. A redemption for TaToH, by the way. This is a nice move to actually deal with what is going to happen here coming from Melkor. It's the Mangonel that we're talking about. The light calves are already in the making, a lot of arch ranges, and you said it, but this time we see it way earlier. No MPLH Sipahi move, but instead, right away, 3 archery ranges, and it is time to spark the calf archer production. And there we are, Melkor going for wheelbarrow once again. Beautiful stuff. And in the meantime, TaToH protecting himself with arch ranges. Probably, what does he want to go for? MPLH that he goes to right away. Just, wait a second. What do you think he's going to do with those archer ranges?
Who? TaToH?
Yeah, TaToH.
I told you, he's going to repeat the ARB move.
He's indeed going for that, yeah, but wow, I wouldn't have expected it just now, just like this.
The thing is, unlike Melee, he can decently open with skirms if he needs to, but of course the light cav and the cavalry is going to prevent that, so he's just going to go with ARBs. It's kind of a simple thing. I don't see what else he could do rather than repeat that, and it was a working combination, so... We saw Melkor was maybe not the most ideal at defending that, so... yeah, no loom for Melkor as he forwards those villagers. If he tries to build a castle, he might find himself losing those villas. He does have the stone too, so he might just do. There we go.
Right, and the thing
TaToH
is,
coming up.
yeah, TaToH sees this. He also knows that these vills don't have any loom, just for the record. And this could be interesting, but I guess the castle will still most likely just go up.
The castle will go up, no problem. The thing is, will he be able to keep it up? Especially if we see Siege Ram, but having a look at the fact we don't see many Siege Workshop, we do have a University for Chemistry. So I think as soon as he gets Chemistry for his Arbalast, he's going to make Bomber Cannons instead of Siege Ram right away. And just as he did last game, actually, where he went with the Bomber Cannons with the Arbalast. That's, wow, I don't really see what's going on. I also read your chat, and I need to drop a emote or two while I'm there. You know which emote?
Alright, no problem, no problem. Toxic, 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 man. The demo is toxic. And Wondrous not able to deny it. Shame,
Wondrous
man.
is slower than my brain on methadone.
Oh.
But, I think, oh, castle coming up for TaToH. Obviously, he's going to start trebbing at the same time. Chemistry, first thing he gets. Of course, he does need the bomb cannons.
Final
Arbalast
loom
should
for
be coming in
Melkor.
soon.
Yay.
Yeah. Both are equally boomed though, and the thing is, TaToH did open with a straight boom, but he's 5 relics behind. And at the same time, when we're talking about military, he doesn't have as much military, but it's not as high quality as just the cavalry archers already.
Right.
As long as Melkor actually remembers to get upgrades, he hasn't decided to get fletching yet because he's a... This... I give up with trying to explain life at this point. But,
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. We forgive you, that's no problem. Bloodlines for Melkor, by the way, and also going for Imperial Age. So he's also just not spending too much time in Castle Age. Why should he? Since his opponent is there, and he's there as well.
This is big.
93
The
voters.
cavalry archers catching up with the crossbows, but you can't take the engagement. I think he could have, if you remember, to have fletching at a reasonable time, but
Nah.
maybe not. I mean, they don't have any upgrade armor upgrades. Of course, they don't even have bodkin. The not bracer. That's the one I meant. No bracer, no armor upgrades at all on the Arbalast. So I think the cavalry archers probably could at least try take them.
I see. The
Yeah, quick
castle.
to Siege Workshops to try and get the rams out, or maybe the BBC.
What was the sound? Oh, Jam Vandalov. Nice turning cap. Thank you so much for the 420. I don't believe it, man. Thank you so much. Lol. Thank you.
I don't think I am Rider can count 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not how a pyramid works, my friend.
Fine, man. It's a pyramid
Let me
from
show you.
back in the days, man.
That's a pyramid.
That looks
Anyway, so
abstract, for sure.
alright, Melkor, we're just about to get chemistry. He's only bracer away from basically full upgrading those cavalry archers, which is going to be pretty strong. I don't see him getting HCA anytime soon. He's pretty low on the food count, so I don't know. But skirms already coming out from TaToH, which can be quite devastating. No siege rams yet from Melkor. He's still only researching cat dramas, only 2 siege workshops. Maybe not the best. I think as soon as chemistry comes in and bracer, I think he's going to try and engage Arbalast with the CA at this point. It might just be valuable enough at that point.
Well, the way things are developing, I'm just also curious how Melkor actually tries to deal with the situation rising for a longer period of time in the middle of the map. TaToH with his Arbalest, we see the castle from Melkor trying to protect himself like this, but there are BBCs. Well, it's gonna be just okay, I guess. HCA from Melkor, but he's also being pushed back by a couple of elite skirms. Unfortunate stuff. TaToH also going in there with cap rams. I'm not sure. Does Melkor maybe underestimate the situation in the middle? All in all, it's just a bit of an odd one, as if he shouldn't just let this happen. I know.
DPS, that's a new one. Theoretically, Huns should never be able to even touch Saracens in this matchup. If we're talking about manages to get to late game, has the economy, and to be honest, we're not too far from that point. I think TaToH's just getting upgrades, and the cavalry archers just aren't going to be working at this point, especially with just so little upgrades when it comes to rams. He needs siege rams, he needs a lot of them. And he's not able to do that. The skirms are just going to be enough. Like, just full skirm at this point can win. The Arbalasts are just window dressing at this point.
I see.
I don't see him adding cavalry. He can add cavalry. He could just easily add like Hussar Meat Shield instead of Siege Ram, and it will work okay. But yeah, doing that against Saracens, Mamluks, Camels, pretty devastating.
Pretty much like that. But at the same time, TaToH now going through here. Trying to see here. It's hi there. Hello there. GPN, I believe it's in front of 200 people, man.
I've only heard the like 30 so far that I've muted my mic for.
Incredible stuff, incredible stuff.
Siege Ram in though? Siege Ram and no chance of Siege Ram for TaToH, so I think there's actually a decent chance now as long as Melkor masses a bit more Siege Ram. He's getting his upgrades for the cavalry though, which can also be quite effective.
Also sure, man. The castle's gonna go down, and I feel that TaToH's still enjoying a lot of luxury with a 58 military. Just 25 of Melkor simply doesn't feel right, in my opinion. As long as that's his rams, he's gonna be able to tank up some fire and then maybe do something with that one. But once he's just going too forward with his heavy calf archers, they're gonna crumble as well. Melkor now going
Melkor is going to, just as he did in the last game, he's gonna lose his relics again.
He does. It happens so many games with his monastery. Always does fault monasteries. In 2 out of 10 games, he ungarrisons them and puts them to the back of his base, right? But sometimes in really crucial moments, he just is going to lose them. That's just... It's just unbelievable.
Yep, and he's just about to lose him because the Treb's on it, and he is low on gold. This is what I said very early on. It's his main gold is all he's got left, 4 tiles of that, and those must be looking pretty empty. Yeah, it's probably 1.5k gold in those main tiles in the back. He spent a lot of Cavalier. That's where he spent all of his gold.
Yeah, he went for +2.
Doesn't have that many stables though.
And +4 now, Cavaliers. Yeah, it's gonna be too late. I feel that he cannot afford this one. It's actually the right idea to deal with the mass amount of elite skirms as well as the siege rams. Maybe potentially even the bombard cannons with the arbors, a bit tough, but they're not too many. Right now would be ideal to go in there with, I know, 15, 20 Cavaliers, but yeah, it's too late and it's too expensive. I feel that Melkor is not going to make it this one.
He just does not have enough stables, and he doesn't have the room to add a lot more. You could add some in the back and try and pull what TaToH did in the last game, where he had just the back monasteries, but TaToH has the edge. Is TaToH making monks send them forward to pick up those relics, or is he just going to forget about them? Because it is possible if Melkor does somehow find a way to push this back, maybe if he just masses enough Cavalier, then he won't have such a bad time recollecting those relics.
No, he wouldn't. Maybe. TaToH going for chain botting or more heavy camels. Man, I'm telling you, even if there's some Cavaliers approaching and the frequency of them is not too high, they will be dealt with adequately very soon. And yeah, it's just too tough. TaToH with the ultimate map control, and Melkor is not going to be delivering the kind of fight that TaToH was up for in the previous game. Because of the circumstances that he's in. He's added a couple of stables. They will be even taken down by those BBCs, and therefore I feel that TaToH is most likely going to be successful. And there we go, it's G to the G, meaning that we got the equalizing move by TaToH, really important, and it will be match point game for both of the players. The decider, 5th game, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I think I don't really know. I think it worked the first time, it worked the second time.
And then
it's not securing those relics was huge, because obviously he didn't have any other golds aside from his main one in the back. He couldn't have even afford the gold for Cavalier without the whatever they're called. So I think maybe if he did have the relics in the back, he could have gone for more Cavalier, could have maybe afforded to mass them a bit. He had the food to just keep making villagers from his TCs, and that is enough to make up for once he loses, as long as it holds a bit longer to make Cavalier, but that's it.
That's it, basically, and just didn't work. Let's see about the last game, because kind of hyped about this, because I'm not so sure how well this is gonna go for the players. They're gonna be able to just maintain their beautiful pressure, or if they're just gonna crumble. Urge says, these are great games. Thanks for casting. Thanks for hosting the tournament. And I, of course, Urge, thank you a lot for your support. It will be never forgotten, the beautiful gesture and the gestures, and therefore also much appreciated. All the support so far by the co-casters, by the viewers, by the people who subbed, donated, followed. Great stuff. I am really happy about this very moment that we're currently living in the quarterfinals of DemEyesRed Arena Cup, and therefore, GPN, I think you're ready as well. Now we'll just call it the countdown of epicness. So 3.
You introduce one this time.
Yeah, I'll do 3, 2, 1, go. Alright guys, what is happening? MrGPN here, and I have a tremendously beautiful voice, of course, and maybe a nose and a face, and here we are together with DemEyesRed, and it's gonna be Kels versus students. Melkor with Kels, TaToH with students. This is maybe something to note over here, and with that one, it's gonna be interesting. To the left hand side,
I'll be back
Melkor.
in 1 second.
No problem at all. Melkor with the Kels on left hand side. His base, right away, just goal to the back, loving it, and then secondary goal to the back, beautiful. Front stone, not so good. Ooh, outside stone over here, not so good at all. Melkor. Secondary goal outside. Alright, on the right hand side, we got TaToH with the students. That's the civ that normally Melkor would play. And with that one, must be said, also, of course, big thanks to I Am Ready here, who has been doing some really beautiful moderation work here. Thumbs up, much love, man. Beautiful stuff. I'm Ryder. I will remember this. This is great work. TaToH here, stone to the back, convenience. Secondary gold, it's fine, that's cool. This gold here, rather mediocre. This is really bad, the stone over here. And then we got the gold, also not so good. It's kind of a similar situation. I just don't like the situation with the stone for Melkor at all. But we're going to see how well it's going to function with that one. Celts are special. They can be a hard counter to some civilizations. Though with the students, let me say it like this. Celts and their helps. Celts and their siege. The combination could be devastating. The students would rely on, for instance, their cavalry. In the beginning, maybe would struggle. The death bolt towards the end, the slow push. I know you have to just adapt adequately to the Celts gameplay, and then you could maybe do something against the GPN. Are you back? Because I got a question. Yeah, welcome back. It's yeah, Celts versus students, man. What you do about this as Celts?
You don't
students,
die.
man.
Like,
students.
Oh, as students, you could do anything. You could smush whatever.
Right.
I mean, Celts need to really work on getting heresy towards the later game, but the thing is, their siege just isn't as good. It's
This isn't as good, you would reckon.
It's really kind of comes down to the point of onagers, where Celt onagers can survive an extra hit, but Celts are going to have a hell of a time being either hand cannoneers or the monks. They can get heresy, but even mass onagers are still going to eventually go down against, you know, a few block plating monks and a couple of onagers. You have to really take what you're going to engage in that, and you are going to lose in the end of the day. Students is just such a strong civ, and I don't see Celts beating them.
You don't see that, okay? I just think, what if the Celts are just going crazy, blood pressure, even castlage already? I don't know, just some infantry mixed with siege. I don't know, wouldn't that be beautiful? Or am I just babbling some nonsense here?
You could always infantry siege, but the thing is, Tunes can, like... Why would you go infantry against Teutons? They have ETKs, which is unlikely, but they also do have, you know, the halberdiers of their own, which obviously are kind of okay, but they have the champions as well. They have really good siege, but the thing is, unless you're going rams, which doesn't really do too much against Teutons, then you are going to be kind of screwed, because Teutons just have the monks. It's, I mean, the only thing I would do is Celts against Teutons is just try and force them back into their base. Pike mango or something really fast up that could do a bit of damage. Force them to have to go monks, get redemption, don't let them boom, don't let them go into the map to get relics right away. Just try and secure that shit for yourself, boom behind. you have to pull out some real crazy early stuff to be able to get an edge on tunes, especially as Celts. Celts just aren't that great compared to tunes.
Then we'll have to see how it's gonna go, because I am not so sure. TaToH, does he? Do you reckon he can work well with tunes? I mean, he chose it on purpose, right? They drafted this.
It's one of the top civs. I'm
I'm
surprised Melkor
aware.
didn't go for them.
Sure. I mean, I love him, but just asking myself, will TaToH play him the same way that Arena Habibis will play him? I don't know. Feels so strange.
Unless he scouts the stone and just decides to trush.
Right. Imagine that.
Which I don't think is too likely. He has tunes, and on all the farms, obviously, he's not trushing, but had to let another burp rip there.
Oh, it's no problem.
But I had a quick rundown of these maps because I was away and didn't see it. Let me see. That's okay-ish. That's pretty great. Okay, I can see the Celt player pulling stuff out with fast early infantry, like just spamming infantry. Maybe Wold Raiders. Yeah. It'd be quite hard for tunes to do that, to be able to beat that if they don't get, really quick Teton Knights or anything along those lines, or go cavalry. Going cavalry against Celts is not the best idea. So I think maybe not champions. We might see champions, but more than likely Wold Raiders might be a very good option against tunes. Just try and get an edge on them early in the fights. But yeah, that's the only thing I could really quickly think off the top of my head. Both players are going to go scouts though, apparently.
Yeah, this is really interesting. I mean, for TaToH with tunes, it makes sense. We have a difference of 1 villager here, 26 for TaToH, 27 for Melkor, and that looks quite interesting, quite beautiful. Looking forward to how actually Melkor is going to be able to deal with someone else actually going for this strat that he loves to go for.
He's going to win because he's going to get light cav, and tunes don't have light cav. So.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Simple.
Yeah, in theory that's that, because he's not only in such a situation where he's going to see someone mirroring his strat, so to speak. Whether it's on purpose or not, that's not the case. That's the thing. Not the thing to talk about. What I'm saying is though, Melkor is actually facing someone with a civ, with one of the civs that he loves the most. Doesn't Melkor maybe know about the weaknesses of the students so well that he could maybe utilize it against TaToH? Because we know one of the weaknesses of students being their, let's say, mobility. If you're just able to go from attack them from spot A, then B, then C, and so on, all of a sudden TaToH would be really reactive. And the Celts, I reckon, do have their fast ways because of their. This is why I mentioned infantry. Let's say Wold Raiders in this case, to be more precise. It would be maybe a thing. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think about, but we'll see. In the end, Blacksmith stable for Melkor, and for TaToH, Market and stable. Okay.
What? Oh yeah, of course you don't need Blacksmith because obviously you're not going to get forging or the thingy.
Yeah, if you're
could be more helpful to use the market.
And we had this the previous game, beautiful escape with the Scout of Melkor. We had this in the previous matchup with ACCM Doubt as well. So we're all of a sudden. Yeah, stable and market, fine, fair enough. TaToH's gonna be
we do see this occasionally. He's only got 2 on gold, so he's not planning to add a lot of monks early on. You would usually go add an extra 1 or 2 on gold when you get to Feudal Age to have the gold to make monks as well as boom. There he is, he's adding an extra 1 to gold. My thoughts here is that we might see TaToH adding a knight. I mean, knights of tune players are still a bit risky if you only have like 1 single knight. It can still be converted. But, I don't really know. I don't even see what's going to happen depending on who wins the Scout War. I think Melkor is going to try and boom hard though.
Boom and hard. Let's see how successful he's going to be with that one. For now, I see more military for TaToH, but the engagement is way better for Melkor. 2 on 1 here. TaToH now retreating, needs to be extremely careful. Another scout is going to help out, the third one as well. The meetup is perfect. There we go. All of a sudden, good reaction time by Melkor. Just avoiding the contact and reinforcing with the third one. This is incredible. The Scout War in Arena on its peak. Beautiful first blood here for Melkor. TaToH 1 scout down once again. Now reinforced him with a 4th scout, so to speak. The 3 versus 3 is going on still. 4 scouts for Melkor very soon. Back and forth, back and forth. It's actually beautiful. Oh, it's just going to the left and then to the right. And let me see. Yeah, there's even a 4th scout. Oh my god, it's beautiful, man.
I'm very surprised that TaToH is now adding a Night Now's castle scout rather than a knight. But of course, Melkor is going to get light cav, and that's going to let him destroy the scouts as an extra 2 attacks, some more HP, 50 more HP, which is like an extra 3 attacks from the basic scouts. TaToH opening the gate, but what for? The monks?
Just to annoy, maybe. Just, haha, I'm here. And then, no, you see, he's retreating.
Yeah, he's going to lose a few free hits because of light cav. It's not ideal. Enough light cav, so the monks are not going to be a problem, but where is the monastery coming from?
Melkor?
Or kilt player? Yeah, I was thinking that because he's just planning to boom hard this game.
Yeah.
So he's not going to waste the wood on a monastery, he's just going to start booming right away.
Interesting.
He might just wait till he secures map control before even attempting, because it's going to be pretty hard against the Teuton player, who's massing about 4.5 billion scouts.
Billion. TaToH with Earl Wheelbarrow, by the way. Okay. So, interesting choice of Melkor actually not going for the monastery right away, instead the 2 additional TCs. Like you said, some hard booming that is going to happen. At the same time, looking for TaToH's base 1, 2. That's all for now. No 3rd TC being added. Instead, we see even Knights now joining the mix, as well as the Monk. That's some aggressive stance by TaToH. Let's see if he's going to be rewarded for this one. Not so sure, but it could happen. The engagement happening right now. A couple of free hits. 1 light cav nearly dead. And the Monk is having a nice army in front of it. Whereas Melkor now getting Loom, by the way. Interesting.
I think that was a decent play from Melkor. He knew we would never get the map control to be able to get relics, so he just never bothered to add the monastery. I think that's okay. He can now use his light cav, just try and harass monks, maybe picks them off, because look at the amount of investment that TaToH has had to invest to fight this 1 knight, all those scouts. And that's quite a lot, considering that Melkor didn't even build a monastery to get the relics.
Alright,
I think that's quite good. He's going to boom head, he's going to be doing really well as Celts here.
Yeah, I was just trying to add, it feels as if, I don't want to say debated or something like this, but TaToH kind of reacted, maybe overreacted here just for something that Melkor didn't even try to do. He just went for light cast, full stop. But now TaToH is behind in economy. On top of this one, Melkor went for some pure economy approach, which is even gonna be a better boost. Currently 48 villages to 41 and 5 to 9 military. 1 relic for TaToH. And that looks quite good for Melkor, at least economically speaking. Not so sure if he wants to give all the relics away, but TaToH is trying to get all of them.
If Melkor did up with a market stable, which might have actually been a little bit more practical, I reckon he could have 4 TC boom this and just had such a massive economy lead. Maybe he didn't want to be as ballsy with that though, because of course that now that TaToH added Knight, he's thinking that TaToH probably is adding more and more units. He's going to have a big military, so he's going to try and push in the Castle Age. Also, 1 random forward villager for TaToH getting sniped, so Siege Workshop just going out of the window.
Right, right. That was quite important, you know, just to prevent further annoying scenery. And we see another barracks for Melkor. Yeah, Spearman would make sense.
Pike Mango, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
Pike
just,
Mango.
I mean, I'm assuming he only added the monastery just to have a monk on hand, grab that 1 really close relic, because it might be worth it, but he needs the monasteries not building at this point anyway. His economy is looking pretty good. He is 12 villagers ahead, which... Oh, he got 2 light calves inside of TaToH's base. That's interesting.
Oh, beautiful. That's going to be some valuable information. Wheelbarrow for Melkor. It's a bit too late once again, but that's fine. But yeah, Pikeman, I'm glad that at least my theories somewhat not completely wrong. Maybe for the wrong reasons, but at least Melkor trying to go for something like this. Pikeman here, but it's still the Siege Workshop, this time with 2 villagers being up for TaToH. And with that one also backed up with a couple of more units. Yeah?
Melkor's going for a really ballsy middle of the map relic there. That's really insanely ballsy. And nope, he just runs away from it with the monk.
No.
Not taking that.
So be careful.
That's way too many units for him to even fight with any kind of army. But at least he does manage to get himself a cheeky relic here. He should be clicking up very soon. I mean, that's a pretty late wheelbarrow, and to be fair, if he gets handcart, he's never clicking up anytime soon, but he has good economy.
Clicking up to what?
Imperial. Feudal Age?
Yeah, Feudal Age, I thought. Dark Age.
Yeah, clearly the most difficult research in the game.
Nah, for real, I mean, it's still gonna take some time until he's there, I guess. But we'll see, we'll see. Now you're ahead by like 20 seconds. That happens. Time check. I'm at 25:12. What about you?
I am at 25 exactly. Yeah, I'm already speeding up anyway. I'm watching your stream, so I know what the script is. So
okay.
Shut up, noob. Yeah, 2 relics for Melkor. That's really nice.
Ideal. Ideal. Didn't even go for a real. I mean, he did.
If
go
he could
for
get
it.
this monkin, yes, he got the monkin. Nice.
But also atonement. Oh, he's deleting all the monks. Beautiful. Melkor. I mean, that was maybe important, but this already messed up situation inside of his base. It looks a bit chaotic, to say the least. TaToH is going for it. 82 villagers for Melkor, 74 TaToH. To be frank with you, I like what I see from TaToH here at this point. It looks more devastating. It's a bit chaotic. Melkor is trying his best to stabilize the situation inside of his base by battering down a couple of monks. Just this one monk and the villager here. In the meantime, though, TaToH wants to go in with the battering ram, trying to create a hole with all the units standing outside. What is this Mangonel doing there? They're also going for man-at-arms.
Feeling like a villain. I didn't see TaToH get redemption, but you might have it. I'm not entirely sure. But then again, all the cavalry for him is now going down. So what is he going to do? He's going to try and make. Probably not hand cannoneers. Probably going to go for like champion line or something sometime. Watchtower coming up. Crazy dude. Crazy stuff.
Crazy dude. Crazy stuff indeed. But maybe important. I like this because just to make sure that nothing's gonna go wrong there. Better safe than sorry, I guess.
No upgrades on the pikemen though. If he had something like forging, he would actually win the pikemen fight, kill the monks, and kill the villagers. But without them, he's kind of screwed.
Yeah, he has better numbers maybe, but yeah, the quality on TaToH's side, that one's gonna be more difficult. Both are gonna go for some infantry, that is. I mean, the men-at-arms are gonna be utilized, longswordsmen, and also for Melkor is going to happen fairly soon, I guess. Interesting.
Despite their equal investments, if we're looking at resource-wise, I mean, TaToH is actually not too far away from clicking up.
Yeah.
Melkor a little bit far away, a little bit low in the gold. He only has... Well, he has very few gold miners, actually. He's going heavy on the stone, though. He's trying to take that second stone. He's coming out to the map to the south here, so he can secure some resources, especially the stone. So we know Woad Raiders are going to be happening here. That's the plan, anyway.
Yeah, redemption for TaToH, arson for TaToH as well. Okay. Wants to go in there once again, and together with the help of monks, just to be sure that any enemy siege will be in danger as well. Baron Rams are doing great here, digging a wall, a hole into the wall. And with that one, a lot of infantry would gain access and not be the biggest raiding force ever, but still be extremely annoying and hurt Melkor's already quite advanced economy there.
It looks like TaToH did add the extra TC to try and catch up, although he's still a little bit further behind. I was half expecting Melkor anyway to buy a castle, that way he doesn't have a big problem with the rams there. Just a single mangonel behind the castle would be more than enough to secure the right side of his base there, the tower there being very, very helpful. But I think Melkor wants to really try hard with the Castle Age dedication, go like full.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
Of longswords, and then that actually would take out the rams or take out the longswords, but he is still a bit behind on the quality there. Missing the one armor could be quite important when we're talking about longswords here with only 60 HP.
Right, TaToH going for the next stage. The castle is kinda semi-denied here. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, he needs to delete this castle. This castle is otherwise gonna be wrecked. In the meantime though, yeah, there we go. Also the army of Melkor's arrived. That was maybe enough time. Now the massive engagement over here, looking quite good. Defender's advantage for Melkor as he can just reinforce way better. A lot of units clashing into each other, but it seems that
The
red is
Scorpions are
dominating.
huge in this fight, though.
Say what?
The Scorpions were
Yeah,
huge in this
yeah, you're right. From the right hand side.
fight. Oh, but Melkor does have his own. That's nice. Melkor wins this fight clearly. There's rams just wandering right into Melkor's
Nice,
base.
even the
with no
Mangonel
units
going
behind.
down. Yes, Melkor, wow, incredible.
Melkor building the castle, hopefully towards the south. Where is Melkor building this? Oh, nice. Really good castle that's going to help destroy the buildings there. Maybe he gets arson. TaToH is going up to Imperial Age. He's going to have probably hand cannoneer. Because obviously we don't see any real siege to deal with that from Melkor at this point. And he's not going to without Imp at least.
So you were mentioning HC, but currently TaToH not in any sign of archery ranges, so this is going to take a lot of time until he's there, it seems.
Yeah, it takes time to get chemistry on his own.
Yeah,
Both,
true,
like
true.
10 ranges after getting chemistry and it still won't be done.
Yeah, you're right, but the middle is gone. TaToH is now in danger. No more map control, but Imperial Age. Let's see if he's going to be able to make use of that one. You've mentioned it already. The resources for Melkor telling us that he's still going to click up though. So he invested in Castle Age, maybe correctly here. Now has clicked up, he's behind 3 minutes in total. 3 minutes for TaToH to prepare himself. Because Melkor now with the advantage map-wise.
Yeah, but look at the stats right now. 122 vills, 50 military against 108
incredible, man,
military.
the population.
He's even going to get a third relic here. Almost no investment to get relics at all,
Yeah.
and he just randomly picks up 3 where TaToH
Really
invests that
efficient.
much. That's...
Really good.
I'm not sure if that's TaToH just not looking, or if that's Melkor just pulling off something impressive we've not seen in quite a long time. He does have arson though, so this gate might actually go down quick. He's going to be forced to make Teutonic Knights apparently. Cool, Mangonel's going down. Nothing too special here. What are we going to see from TaToH? He does have the stone here to secure the stones. Teutonic Knights is not actually that unlikely. Talented stone in the back.
Heresy for Melkor. Patao is going to be happy about this one. Interesting. It's interesting though.
Zing!
Zing, man.
Oh, Christ, just fucking kill me now. I've reached a point of no return.
Me as well, man. Me as well. I'm there with you. TaToH is going for fletching.
The only reason I can see heresy for the Celts would be for onagers, which is going to be interesting. Yeah, we can see Mangonel's coming out in mass. He's going to get onagers. He can even onager cut through the trees by the gates there.
He's going to go for petards, man. Look at this. That's going to be so many long swordsmen.
Oh, that is petarded.
Reminds me of Rubenstock versus Eddie. I guess it was one game there where we had so many long swordsmen walking around. Beautiful view, and the petards are going to be there very soon. Looking good. Looking good.
This is like watching a fucking MrGPN game, it's this bad. Oh, how did he spot the... Whoa.
What?
Oh.
What? Oh! He's walling off. That's
Oh man,
so
how did he spot the
good.
petards from that distance? He must have,
Anticipation. Something he thought maybe something would have happened already. It didn't.
Oh, no. Please tell me that wasn't a castle. Was that a castle that just got wrecked by Melkor?
I
By
guess
the
no.
tribe?
He deleted it.
Oh,
Or did he? Yeah, he
Oh,
deleted
man.
it. He deleted it. I just saw because I was behind a few seconds. He deleted it just
Jesus.
before the first set.
oh.
Yeah. He's now rebuilding it to the back. Now look at this reaction. I did this a couple of days on stream and you were roasting me for it. But this is how it feels, man. The gasm, the DemEyesRed when we're just relieved.
I didn't go, oh my god, oh my god, I'm T90, oh my god. I'm not sure who that was an impression of, but it was an impression of someone. I'm like a horse, I should just be put down at this point.
Beautiful, beautiful. SO incoming for Melkor, by the way, just for the record. It's gonna
Yep,
be nice.
as long as he gets fewer Celtic, he's going to be pretty solid. There's siege engineers as well, which is something that TaToH lacks. His onagers are going to be useless in comparison to these. Don't forget though, TaToH does have redemption, so he does
True.
outlaw plenty of monks. It could
True.
be a little bit different.
Yeah, but does he use the monks? Does he have those monks? He does have the text, but currently I don't see too much of that. Let me just double check. Both are going for SO though. And yeah.
What? Why did Melkor hit Imp and then just decide not to get any... Oh, now he's finally getting 200.
Yeah, I was going to say, finally. But he tried to save the resources for SO first. And now wants to go for 2 units, and then we'll see from there. That is going for chemistry. It'll take some time indeed. Castle for TaToH is important, but the map control nearly entirely in the hands of the Irish player, whereas TaToH just moved out a bit to the left hand side where he had his secondary stone. And the
to answer your chat, I would have to surgically remove my balls to become T90, and I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Ah, beautiful.
Carry on.
It's fine.
It's just your chat.
GPN is now MEM T90 hybrid. Confirmed. Confirmed.
Pure Celtica.
Furo Celtica. Beautiful. Gonna be nice.
Mind Führer.
And yeah, with that one, of course.
Like, castle about to go down, that tribe's just going to get bombed by the SO.
Yeah, the castle being down, this is going to be a great opening. And also at the same time, the long swordsman, two-handed swordsman in this case, doing some work, just annoying enough. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You're attacking from the left, you're attacking from the front. All of a sudden, the slow Titans are in danger because they need to act multiple spots. But then again, don't like the trade over here. I guess it was fairly even. Guess kind of. See a lot of dead SOs here for Melkor, Ripperino.
Melkor, he could almost afford champion.
No.
Is he going to go champion though? TaToH going block printing now. Blast furnace from Melkor, not champion. These are interesting upgrades.
Man, this looks really grim for TaToH. Because I have the feeling that Melkor now knows what to do. He knows what to do against the Tudors. And currently, he's in good spots. Nearly fully surrounded. And yeah, those extra resources, all of them belong to the Irish player. And then if we look at the resources, currently 41 villagers on gold for Melkor, 24 for TaToH. TaToH's not starved out yet. But he has less relics. It's not the game deciding thing then. No, wait, he doesn't have relics anymore. Where?
Orange Cup up north.
First of all, okay, this and the orange cut up north. He's transporting those relics somewhere else. That's maybe a smart move, but the orange cuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's he's dipping his balls right into his ointment right here. That's unexpected. Lack of champion, still unexpected, but oh yeah.
Okay.
Being raided by two-handed swordsmen. This is some really nice play. I mean, champion finally coming in.
Yeah.
All the infantry, all the SO. The SO with heresy is kind of the best he can do siege-wise here. He's going to find the BBC and the SO. I'm a little bit surprised why we don't see a little bit more in the way of monks from our Teuton player to be able to deal with the onagers a little bit better. Not a lot better, but a little bit.
Yeah, at least his quick balling is on fleek there. He potentially did a lot against these 200 swordsmen with the smart castle and the quick balling, but still a lot of idle time. But then again, if I look at the villager count, wow, 50 idles, but also 150-ish villager count. But then 140 villagers for Melkor and 1 single idle just now.
It's also important to mention the military.
Yeah, I was going to say 49 to 14. I mean, sick stuff. Sick stuff. No, it's not going to end here. I mean, at least from Melkor, he's just going to proceed here. If we just look at the minimap here, and look at the red, look at the blue, it's quite evident what's going to happen here, at least in theory, unless TaToH's going to pull off something he did with the Britons as well. But not so sure if this is going to be easily happening. He has those castles up at good spots, but it's just a matter of time until the traps might get their hands on a couple of castles like that. In the meantime, the onagers of Melkor doing also some work, keeping TaToH under pressure. The raiding is real. No, not too real. Not too real. Not yet.
Can't exactly raid with units that slow, but
no. Alright.
Oh, just the amount of his own villagers that TaToH just killed with the SO trying to micro down those champions in his castle. That's nice.
Unfortunate. But always constantly plus 50 idols here for TaToH. This hurts a lot. And constant pushes by the champions from the north, the push from the south, even some pikemen poking the walls on the left, but my point is just there's a lot of things happening at the same time, and this is not really good for TaToH. This is the way how to lose with the Teutons. He's not able to just yeah, get everything under control and push himself basically. And with that one, that's a disadvantage. He's losing more and more ground here.
Yeah, I think when the trebs get close, the thing is, there's nothing TaToH can do to stop the trebs. Because of course we have Melkor's SO just being in general better and able to tank them. But then the trebs themselves can also kill the SO. So just pack up, move them 10 tiles. He moves 10 tiles every castle he kills. I'm thinking maybe he does want to start trebbing the castle up to the north though, but I like his focus down the bottom. The focus down the bottom seems to be doing okay.
Looking good. TaToH's trying to defend himself. Champion, iron casting, gills from Melkor. Okay, so the champion war. How successful is it going to be now? That's the main question. I'm also trying to look at the resources once again. Still some gold given here for TaToH. Let me just quickly locate it. Yeah, he's now getting the gold to the front. The secondary resource for him. It's quite dangerous because the SO will potentially kill those vills. And the push on from the bottom left hand side is real. SOs, trebuchets, and a couple of champions here. If done correctly, this is going to be extremely difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I don't see the trebs in the bottom dying anytime soon, especially since that monster might even go down. He might even lose his relics again. He was going to move him back, but stopped midway. Monk trying to convert an SO. That's interesting. But yeah, TaToH's still sticking with all the idols and all these villagers now, which may also die in the process.
Oh man.
It's not looking too good. Monastery going down at the same time. It's looking up top. We're looking at a couple of trebs still. The castle is going to find its way down soon.
Yeah, the trebs are not taking. Yeah, interesting. But it's not the game-saving move here. Just buying himself a bit more time. But I guess the damage is already real. And there we go. GG. Well played. Good luck. I don't believe it, man.
If I don't hear a Mexican wave of clapping across the universe at this point, join in.
Melkor, bravo. Today is a really important day for Arena World, probably.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Dude, this is such an achievement. This is such an achievement. This is such an achievement.
Impressive.
Dude, he just beat TaToH in a best of 5 full series. 1v1. Of course, arena, But dude, it's TaToH we're talking about. It's not someone who says, yeah, oh yeah, it's the wrong map. TaToH doesn't even think like that. He is fully aware of how the map functions, and he has his ideas concerning the civs, the constellations. He's such an experienced player. And then Melkor, also so smart. Such a grinder that he is, playing so many games. Man, I see this guy who's hungry for the games, not only on Arena but on Arabia, mixed maps. He does everything to become better. And man, beating TaToH like this is outstanding, impressive. Wow, just.
And honestly, I feel TaToH was the favorite in the entire tournament.
Yeah. People said that TaToH versus Melkor could be also the finals of the game, right? Because those are probably Melkor being the best arena player, as many people say, including Drakund, and then TaToH probably being the best player who has signed up for the tournament, as they say, for many reasons. Both are really smart when it comes to this game, but who would have thought, man? Melkor wrecked TaToH.
What were these matchups? I mean, we had Franks vs Mayans.
Right.
That chivalry stuff, that was just... that was some next level meta. That was meta I've never before experienced in my life. That's thinking on a whole deeper level. That's just, wow. It's, I think some of these games were really impressive. Some of them were typical Melkor style, just completely indicative of what was predicted. But things like this game was... it's out there. I think it was a really nice play. TaToH played amazingly, but of course he just didn't quite there. He didn't have too much in the way of civ wins, because of course I would say Tunes vs Celts is the only civ win he really had. I mean, what were the other civs? It was
Slavs
Franks vs Maya.
Yeah, Franks vs Maya. Slavs versus Britons.
Slavs definitely wins that one. Britons can win that one during the Castle Age though, but I think he just went for the RNG option of Trush, and RNG was against him. Then it was Malay vs... was it Malay
Don't ask me. I casted 19 games today, man. I don't know, man. I lost track.
Every game was all 5 games at a best of 5 except Terror, who just died miserably in a hole somewhere.
Wow. TaToH, man. Pleasure, of course, man. It has been just